Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Wherever you're at in the world, welcome to Last Drafts Baseball's live commentary of Major League Baseball. Tonight, we are featuring the Arizona Diamondbacks and the San Francisco Giants, a battle of two clubs in the National League West. The commentary and views are our opinions and are not affiliated with the MLB, the MLBPA, the National League American League, or their sponsors. We are giving live English reports on the game being played and hope that English-speaking fans around the globe enjoy the game on YouTube and Twitch along with us. And tonight we're going to be giving you, first of all, the starting lineups from the visitors from Arizona. Leading off and playing third base, wearing number 10 is Josh Rojas. Batting second and playing center field, wearing number 5 is Alek Thomas. Batting third and doing the designated hitting, wearing number 4 is Ketel Marte. And the cleanup spot and playing first base, wearing number 53 is Christian Walker. Batting fifth and playing in left field, wearing number 6 is David Peralta. Batting sixth and playing second base, wearing number 45 is Buddy Kennedy. Batting seventh in right field, wearing number 12 is Dalton Varsho. Batting eighth and doing the catching, wearing number 18 is Carson Kelly. And batting ninth and playing shortstop, wearing number 2 is Geraldo Perdomo. And they will be facing the veteran right-hander for the San Francisco Giants. It'll be Alex Cobb taking to the hill. Cobb is 3-3 on the season. He's got 57 innings pitched. He's given up 62 hits, 38 runs, 30 which have been earned. He has walked 16 and struck out 59. And that is the lineup for the Diamondbacks. And now the lineup for the home team for the San Francisco Giants. It is going to be leading off and playing first base, Lamont Wade Jr. Batting second in the left field, wearing number 23 is Jock Peterson. Batting third and playing second base, wearing number 41 is Wilmer Flores. And the cleanup spot and doing the designated hitting is number 9, Brandon Belt. Batting fifth in right field, wearing number 51 is Luis Gonzalez. Batting sixth at third base, wearing number 70 is David Villar. Batting seventh and playing shortstop, wearing number 35 is Brandon Crawford. Batting eighth in center field, wearing number 5 is Mike Yastrzemski. And batting ninth and doing the catching, wearing number 21 is Joey Bart. And they will be facing the right-hander Merrill Kelly, who takes to the hill. He's having an outstanding season for the Diamondbacks. He is a 7-5 on the year. He's got 97 and a third innings pitched. He's allowed 86 hits, 39 runs, 37 of which have been earned. He has walked 34 and struck out 80. And he's got an ERA of 3.42. Well, those are your starting lineups. And now we are about ready to get this one underway. We'll be back in 30 seconds with all the calls. Here is our friend Steve Rademacher to get us going into this one here tonight. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back after this.
This is Steve Rademacher, and I'd like to introduce you to my channel if you haven't seen it before. These are all the things I enjoy: sports, autographs, relics, non-sports Hall of Famers, pseudo-sports, Star Wars. That's my channel name and my name. And I would really appreciate it if you would come check me out and maybe even subscribe if you like it. Thank you for that for now, and back to your ball game.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and your support of our channel. And in turn, we like to support Steve Rademacher. And make sure you go check him out, whether it's Money Monday, Takeover Tuesday, the Saturday morning cartoons, or the Sunday shoutouts. He's got something for everybody as we are ready to get this one underway. We are going to be back again tomorrow, but we are going to be doing the Astros and the Angels the next 2 nights. We'll be on Tuesday and Wednesday evenings, so hopefully you guys can join us for those ones. We're excited to make the call there, especially on Wednesday night when Christian Javier and Shohei Ohtani go head-to-head. Hopefully you can make it in with that, as we will call those games that will be played in Los Angeles. So the warm-up tosses have been completed, and we are ready to get this underway as Josh Rojas steps up to the plate. For Rojas, he is batting .283 on the season. He's got 5 homers and 26 runs batted in. He has really taken off in the month of July, and we appreciate everybody here. The hobbyist is checked in tonight. Surprised that the hobbyist has got away from the battle of the Mad Maxes, as here we go. Here comes the first pitch as we are underway, and it is a fastball swung on and missed. And the count is 0-1 to Josh Rojas. The umpires for tonight's game, it is Mark Wegner behind the plate. Quinn Walcott is working first. Alex Tosi is at second. And in the rocking chair at third base is Alan Porter. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball swung on, it missed. And the count now goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to Josh Rojas. Rojas, Thomas, and Marte here in the first inning to face the right-hander Cobb. And now time is called as the home plate umpire Mark Wegner stepped out, indicating that the batter Rojas had called time. Rojas is hitting .485 in the month of July, off to a absolutely torrid pace. There's a breaking ball that misses outside. The count goes to 1-2. Defensively for the Giants, as we'll squeeze it in from left to right, it is Jock Peterson in left. The center fielder is Mike Yastrzemski, and Luis Gonzalez is in right. There's a fastball that just misses upstairs, and the count is now 2-2 to Rojas. Around the horn from first to third, Lamont Wade Jr. is at first. Wilmer Flores is at second. The shortstop is Brandon Crawford, and David Villar is the third baseman. And here comes the pitch from Cobb. It is a fastball that misses down and away, and the count is now 3-2. The battery is, of course, Cobb and Joey Bart for the Giants today. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter. Cobb ready to go back to work as he gets the sign from Bart. He rocks into the motion and delivers. It is a fastball that misses low. Josh Rojas is aboard with a leadoff walk, and that's going to bring up the center fielder, Alek Thomas. For Alek Thomas on the season, he's batting .241. He's got 7 homers and 22 runs batted in. Thomas is one of the young rising stars that the Diamondbacks have in their system that have come up this year. There's a few players that have broken through. Of course, Dalton Varsho in the last couple of years. Alek Thomas is another. There's a throw over to first base, and getting back safely in time is the runner Rojas. Rojas got his lead, but he was still trying to play with his oven mitt to get that adjusted properly. So here comes the first offering to Thomas. Cobb kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses outside, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Alek Thomas. It is a windy evening in San Francisco. They say that the wind is about 19 miles an hour, but it is swirling at this time. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball swung on and fouled away. It's going to reach the seats over on the left field line. It's going to run the count even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. As we mentioned, Thomas and Kelly, 2 of the prospects that have got into the top flight here for the Diamondbacks. They do expect that there will be more help on the way soon. So here comes the offering from Cobb, who holds at the chest. Now he fires over to first base, and getting back in time safely is Rojas. That was a little bit of a banger of a play as Rojas had slid back in time, and a snap throw by Cobb put the pressure back on the base runner. So here comes the offering from Cobb. It is a breaking ball swung on. This is lined into left field. It's going to get down. Jock Peterson racing over to his right, gets it and cuts it off before it could get up the gap. And Thomas has got himself a single that advances Rojas to second, and the Diamondbacks have something brewing here in the top of the first inning with nobody out. And that's going to bring Ketel Marte to the plate. Marte tonight is getting the role as the designated hitter. He is hitting .266 on the season, with 6 homers and 27 runs batted in. Marte was acquired a number of seasons ago from the Seattle Mariner organization. At the time, it looked like the Mariners had won that deal outright, as they got Gene Segura, Mitch Haniger, and Zach Curtis. There's a fastball swung on it. It is grounded over to first. Nice play by the first baseman, Wade. He throws to second for 1, back to first to the pitcher covering. And that is going to go as a 3-6-1 double play. And that is going to retire 2 for the price of 1 here for the San Francisco Giants. And that's going to advance Rojas to third. But Thomas is erased at second base for the first out, and Marte is gone on the back end for out number 2. And that's going to leave it up to Christian Walker. So Cobb, who was digging himself a hole with a leadoff walk and then a base hit single allowed to Thomas, is wiggling himself out of a jam here in the first inning by the benefit of the double play, and that's going to bring up Christian Walker. For Walker on the season, he's batting .208. He's got 21 homers and 43 runs batted in. He provides the much-needed power in the middle of the lineup for the Diamondbacks, he and David Peralta. And the first pitch is a fastball that misses inside, and the count is 1-0 to Walker. Just to finish off about the trade with Ketel Marte, he was acquired from the Mariners along with Taijuan Walker. And they often say the team that gets the best player in the deal wins the trade, and I would have to say Marte is the best player now in that deal. There's a fastball swung on it. It's grounded on 2 hops to short. Crawford fields it. He throws across the diamond, and Walker is retired for the third out of the inning. It's a ground out 6-3. So Alex Cobb gets himself into trouble, and he works his way out. There was no runs in the inning. There was a hit, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. We're through a half inning. It is the Arizona Diamondbacks, nothing the San Francisco Giants coming to bat. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call in just a couple moments. Our friend Troy is in the house tonight. A little surprised he got here late, but it is a Diamondback time, and we are glad you are with us. Hang tight, everybody. We will be right back in just a couple moments. We're glad you guys could be here.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP Cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have lira. We have yen. We have francs, we have pounds, we have Deutschmarks, we have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OP-Chi baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Welcome back, everybody. We're moving to the bottom of the first inning. It'll be Merrill Kelly taking to the bump for the Diamondbacks, as he's going to be facing the top of the order in Lamont Wade Jr., Jock Peterson, and Wilmer Flores. Defensively tonight for the Diamondbacks, in the outfield from left to right, it'll be David Peralta in left. The center fielder is Alec Thomas, and the right fielder is Dalton Varsho. Around the horn from first to third, it'll be Christian Walker at first. The second baseman is Buddy Kennedy. The shortstop tonight is Geraldo Perdomo, and the third baseman, Josh Rojas. And also to the battery is going to be Kelly and Kelly, which is Merrill Kelly and Carson Kelly. And the first pitch delivered to Lamont Wade Jr. is a fastball that misses outside, and the count is 1-0. Our friend Troy is going to be tapping out. He's got family movie night tonight. We appreciate you for popping in. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is belted to deep right field. Moving back underneath it on the warning track. And making the catch is Varsho, and that is going to retire Lamont Wade Jr. for out number 1. So 1 up and 1 away, and that'll bring up the left fielder, Jock Peterson. For Peterson, he is batting .259 on the season. He's got 17 homers and 41 RBIs. He was named to the All-Star game as a starter. Look at those numbers, and I say there's got to be other numbers out there, but he was the fan selection to get in. And some of that probably had to do with his play from last year. Haven't seen a whole lot of Peterson except for the last couple of games. There was a first pitch fastball that he waves at and misses, and the count is quickly 0-1. Peterson does look like he's had a few extra trips to the dinner table lately, as the Giants uniform does not fit him well. And here comes the offering from Kelly. It is a fastball that misses down, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. But sometimes that's a little bit deceiving. He's got an open stance. He waggles the bat, and now he's waiting on the offering from the right-hander. He rocks into the motion, and he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball that just misses off the inside corner. The count is now 2-1 to Peterson. Of course, Peterson had a very productive playoff run for the Atlanta Braves last year, picking himself up a World Series ring after being dealt by the Chicago Cubs to the Braves. There's a fastball swung on. It is grounded softly over to first. It's fielded by Christian Walker, who makes the play himself. It's going to go down in the books as a ground out to 3 for out number 2. That's going to leave it up to the second baseman, Wilmer Flores. We've got Troy in the house, the other Troy from Detroit. We welcome you. We thank you for stopping in. We're going to be able to get this one in its entirety. We're doing some evening baseball this week. We will be doing the Astros and the Angels tomorrow and on Wednesday as part of our schedule. And there's a fastball that is swung on and fouled away, and the count is 0-1. Haven't decided on a Thursday game yet. Probably looking at another one there as well. The Thursday, probably more likely another late game. I think we'll be coming back to doing the Giants again. It'll be the Brew Crew and the Giants that time. And here's the 0-1 pitch. It is a breaking ball that misses down and away to Flores, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Wilmer Flores. Kelly rocks into the motion. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on and missed. Now the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Merrill Kelly has been having a season for the Diamondbacks this year. Is one more than he's lost. He's arguably enjoying the best year of his career, if we don't include the shortened season of 2020. There's a fastball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-2. Merrill Kelly was originally drafted by the Tampa Bay Rays. Actually, he was drafted 3 times. Out of high school, then out of a junior college. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is going to be lifted down the right field line and moving over, but not going to be able to get there is going to be Walker. As that is going to be a foul ball. You can never give up on everything in San Francisco. The way that the wind blows and swirls around, you can never, ever, ever give up on the baseball, as it may come back into play. And Walker actually had a shot at it when we thought at the crack of the bat it was going to be into the seats. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Flores. Kelly gets the sign from Kelly, and now he's ready to rock. And he goes into the motion, and he kicks and fires. He delivers a fastball. This ball is belted to deep left field. Moving back is the left fielder, Peralta, on the warning track. He makes the catch, and that is going to do it here in the bottom of the first inning. There were no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We are now through 1 complete. It is the Diamondbacks nothing, the Giants nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call at the top of the second inning in just a few moments after this from our friend Steve Rademacher.
Hello, kids. Steve coming at you. It's Steve Rademacher. And if you like interesting stuff, if you like to laugh a little bit, and if you enjoy collecting, this channel's for you. If you like non-sport cards, we have them. You like pseudo-sport cards, we open them. Even if you like entire boxes of completely pointless stuff or other sports, we have everything here. I drop a different video every day, and there's always a theme to it, from No Filter Friday to Saturday morning cartoons, even Sunday shoutouts. Once in a while, we'll get a little froggy and show Money Money Monday, where I showcase a bunch of my currency. We have Legos, we have Star Wars, we have a good time. We even have my brother on Takeover Tuesday. Be there or be square. Back to Freddy.
Welcome back, everybody. We're moving to the top of the second inning, and it is going to be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the batting order for the Diamondbacks. That means it's going to be David Peralta, Buddy Kennedy, and Dalton Varsho to get things going here for the Snakes in their top half of the second inning. For Peralta, he is hitting .241 on the season. He's got 11 homers and 36 runs batted in. There are 3 players in the starting lineup that have double-digit home runs already at this time, and Walker with his 21. Of course, Peralta, who we just mentioned, and the other is Dalton Varsho. There's a first pitch fastball that catches the inside corner for a called strike, and the count is 0-1 to Peralta. David Peralta batting from the left side against the right-handed stance of Alex Cobb. He rocks into motion, does Cobb, and he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball that misses down, and the count is 1-1. Peralta is going to be 35 years old in August, and with the Diamondbacks his entire career since 2014. He is a career .282 hitter at the big league level. It's his 9th season in the bigs. There was a fastball that misses down. The count goes to 2-1. He has been a staple in the lineup. He twice led the National League in triples. He had a little bit more speed when he was younger, and he used to be able to run a little bit more. There is a fastball that misses up and in, and the count is 3-1. He's never been a big base stealer, as his maxed out year was 9 in one season. Well, he's a fairly steady left field, and he can swing the bat. One would anticipate that he's probably got another year or 2 left of quality time at the big league level. And here comes the pitch. The fastball swung on it, is grounded over to second. Is fielded neatly by the second baseman Flores, who throws to first. It's going to retire Peralta on a ground out 4-3 for out number 1. So 1 up and 1 away. And that is going to bring up Buddy Kennedy. For Buddy Kennedy, he gets the start at second base tonight. The Diamondbacks second baseman. This is his first year at the big league level. Batting .224. He's got a homer and 11 RBIs. Kennedy is in his rookie campaign. He's got 4 extra base hits of those 13 hits. So here comes the first pitch from Cobb. It is a fastball swung on it. Is tapped softly back to the mound. Cobb comes to the third base side, fields it, and he steps and throws and fires Kennedy out. It's a ground out 1-3 for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 away, and that's going to bring up the right fielder, Dalton Varsho. Varsho on the season, he's batting 34. He's got 12 homers and 41 runs batted in. He is the son of a former major leaguer, and Gary Varsho. He went to the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. There's a fastball that misses outside. The count is 1-0. He was also a Wisconsin native. He was born in Marshfield, Wisconsin. That's also where he went to high school. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. There's a fastball that comes across for a called strike, and the count is 1-1. Right-hander Alex Cobb, he's really got a lot of movement on his pitch, a lot of backdoor run. And here comes the 1-1 offering. It is a breaking ball that just misses outside, and the count is 2-1. To say Mark Wegner, the home plate umpire tonight, it's taken a little while to kind of get used to his strike zone. He's got a rather tight zone so far, and there's a fastball that just misses outside. The count goes to 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Our friend Steve Rademacher chimes in with Wisconsin. Be kind of an interesting task to see how many current big leaguers have Wisconsin ties. There's a fastball swung on. It's fouled away over on the third base side. For a multitude of reasons, anyways, it's always interesting to see what guys come from different parts of the country. And certainly Wisconsin is not a major producer of major leaguers. Currently in the big leagues, there are 7 players from Wisconsin playing in the big leagues. And here comes the offering. It is a fastball that misses down and in. And that is going to be ball 4 as Varsho gets himself a 2-out walk. It's going to bring up the catcher, Carson Kelly. For Kelly on the season, he's hitting 171. He's got 3 homers and 12 runs batted in. Just to go back to Dalton Varsho as we were talking about players from Wisconsin. Owen Miller of the Guardians, of course, Varsho. Jared Walsh of the Angels. Gavin Lux of the Dodgers. Jared Kalenich, who is, of course, no longer at the big league level with the Mariners, the considered top prospect in the Mariner organization. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1 to Kelly. JP Friesen, who is a pitcher, he was with the Brewers. And Jonah Bride, who I'm not sure who Jonah Bride is, as that is a new one to me. Here comes the 1-strike offering to Kelly. As Cobb delivers it as a fastball swung on it is grounded to the right side of the shift. It's going to get into center field. Varsho is going to go all the way around to third. It's going to be a single for Kelly, and the Diamondbacks again have something brewing here, but with 2 out now in the second inning, and that's going to bring up Geraldo Perdomo to the plate. Our friend Steve Rademacher says, true that, not many. And don't forget the man, Craig Counsell. Of course, Counsell is the Milwaukee Brewer manager, the former Notre Dame University grad who enjoyed a big league career and also played with the Brewers as well. So the runner is Carson Kelly at first. Dalton Varsho is the runner at third, and Geraldo Perdomo steps to the plate. He's batting .210 on the season with 2 homers and 17 runs batted in. And the first pitch is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Steve also adds in that A.J. Vukovic, the first baseman in the minors, is from Arizona, his hometown, and from his high school. There's a fastball that misses down, and the count is 1-1. I guess if we're doing the one-upmanship, I can't one-up you. Only that Jacob Robson from my hometown and my old high school was in the big leagues for 5 at-bats last season. He is nestled in at AAA Toledo. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Geraldo Perdomo. And here we go back to the action as Cobb holds at the chest and he kicks and fires. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. And now the count goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Perdomo. Always get a kick out of watching the games in San Francisco. The fans down there are all bundled up as they've got their jackets, their hoodies on. Especially when the sun goes down, it gets a little bit of a bite. And now we're ready to go back at it. Here comes the 1-2 offering from Cobb to Perdomo. He kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on it. It is grounded over to short. Crawford fields it. He flips it over to Flores covering second. It's going to be a fielder's choice. It's going to erase Carson Kelly 6-4 for the 3rd out of the inning. So again, the Diamondbacks threaten, but they don't score. There was no runs, no hits, no errors. And 2 runners left the board. We are now through 1.5. It is the Arizona Diamondbacks nothing, the San Francisco Giants nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back at the call. Bottom of the 2nd inning when we return after this from our friend Steve.
Domo arigato. Sorry if I mispronounced that. I'm new at this. Thank you for watching Last Raps Baseball. Tell all your friends and family to come check him out, ask some questions during the telecast, and give him a good sub and a thumbs up. And this is Steve coming back at you, and some new things on my channel. Star Wars figures that everybody likes. We have Mad magazines from the 1970s. We try to avoid the Noid. And for your pleasure, once in a while, we can open up Michael Jackson if you want, the cards. We have Elvis. we have Sadahar O. We love everything that is everything, so we even have the Beatles fighting with lightsabers. Look at that, John and George. Once in a while, we'll even have my brother take over my channel on a Tuesday. So once again, everybody tell your friends, come see Freddie at Last Raps Baseball. And right now, I'm going to kick it right back to you, Freddie.
Appreciate you, Steve, and your support of the channel. And in turn, we like to support Steve Rademacher after the game. Be sure to go check him out as he is on his quest to get to 400 subscribers. Help him do it by the end of the year, as we'd like to see him crash through that mark. Here comes a couple of tunes, and we'll be back in a moment. Welcome back, everybody. We're here in the bottom of the second inning. It is going to be the heart of the batting order coming up for the San Francisco Giants. Brandon Belt, Luis Gonzalez, and David Villar. And Belt took a first pitch fastball for a called strike, and now he swings and misses through a changeup for 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to Belt. Belt is batting .217 on the season. He's got 6 homers and 15 runs batted in. He bats from the left side against the right-handed throwing Kelly, who delivers. It's a fastball swung on it, is lifted into shallow left center field, racing back on it and coming in on it, and the ball hits the deck. The shortstop was running out Perdomo, and Belt is going to be held to a single. I don't know where the calamity was. Peralta obviously coming in from left field. The shortstop, who was on the right side or the right field side of second base, had to race over. Perdomo ends up yielding to Peralta. Peralta misses the ball. And it is picked up by the center fielder, Alec Thomas, who was right there backing up the play. But the runner, Brandon Belt, not coming hard out of the box, is only going to be held to a single. That is not going to make his manager, Gabe Kapler, happy. And that is now going to bring up the right fielder, Luis Gonzalez. Gonzalez is batting .307 on the season with 3 homers and 25 runs batted in. And here comes the first offering from Kelly. It's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is 1-0. So a couple of factors going on there. One is the shift factor. You didn't have a shortstop playing on the left side of the infield to be able to go out and get that ball. And then also the wind factor that we talked about earlier. The wind is swirling. And here's the 1-0 pitch. It's a fastball. Take it for a called strike. The count is 1-1 to Luis Gonzalez. So that was some pretty shoddy defending there by the Diamondbacks. Of course, the shift came back to bite them. So 1 ball and 1 strike. And Kelly holds at the chest, and now he kicks and fires. It is a fastball swung on and fouled away. The count now goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Luis Gonzalez. Gonzalez has absolutely dominated right-handed pitching this year. He's batting .336 against the righties. 128 at-bats. In that 38 at-bats, he's only hitting .211 against the lefties. So a 120-plus point swing. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is 1-2. Remains 1-2 to Luis Gonzalez. A young fan from Menlo, California, was able to pull that one in front of his girlfriend. So he makes a nice catch, and there is a round of applause for the gentleman. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's a fastball swung on. It is lifted into shallow right center field. It's going to be a challenge here as the center fielder, Thomas, comes over and he makes the catch. As we said, it was swirling. The right fielder, Dalton Varsho, was coming in. But Thomas is the one who makes the grab, and that is going to bring 1 out here to the Giants in their half of the second inning. David VR is now stepping to the plate. For VR on the season, he's hitting .250. He's got a homer and 2 RBIs. VR has been up with the big club for a couple of weeks. Actually, a little bit more than that. He's got 24 at bat now. It's going to be his 8th game. And here comes the first offering. It is a breaking ball that just misses low for ball 1. The count is 1-0. So when we say that the umpire, the home plate umpire, Mark Wagner, tonight has been a little stingy with the balls and strikes, it's been consistent both ways. He's not really given the low strike to either of the two pitchers. There's the 1-0 pitch. It is a fastball swung on. It is lifted into center field. Coming underneath it is Thomas, and he's going to make the grab. That is going to be 2 away here now in the second inning, and that is going to leave it all up to the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. For Crawford on the season, he's hitting .221. He's got 5 homers and 32 runs batted in. He had himself an outstanding season last year. He finished 4th in MVP balloting. Was an all-star and a gold glove winner, but his numbers have dropped off drastically this year. He had a career year last season, hitting 24 homers and knocking in 90 runs, as well as hitting .298. There's a first pitch breaking ball that drops in for a call strike, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Crawford. It is very breezy in San Francisco. The flags now are blowing from left field to right field. That is going to change more than likely quite a bit through the game. There's a fastball swung on. It has popped up in the infield. There's all kinds of movement around, and the second baseman for the Diamondbacks, that is Buddy Kennedy. Actually, that's the shortstop who's over in the shift. Geraldo Perdomo is able to make the grab, and that is going to do it for out number 3. So no runs in the inning on a wind-aided hit. There were no errors and 1 runner left aboard. We are now through 2 complete innings in San Francisco. It is the Diamondbacks nothing and the Giants nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few for the call of the top of the 3rd inning. We're glad you guys could be here with us. Hang tight, everybody. Here is our friend Steve again.
Hello, friends. Steve coming back at you, a clean-shaven Steve. Thank you for watching Last Reps Baseball, and please continue to support my channel among others, like Another Hollis Build, awesome commercial. And now I'll show you a few more things that we do have. We have toys, like this bobblehead Star Wars on wheels. We have Noids. We can't keep avoiding them forever. We do have Legos. Love my Legos. We have Origami Folder. Check him out. He's new into this, getting started, has good following already. We have Red Beard Breaks. And we also have these things that, in a pinch, will tell you what your temperature is. So, if you like all of this, and if you like Last Reps Baseball, join all of us. We'd love to have you. And I know you would enjoy us. Thank you, peace, good night, and cheers.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and your support of the channel. And in turn, we like to support Steve Rademacher after the game. You know the deal. Be sure to go check him out. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the call after this. Welcome back, everybody. It's the top of the Diamondback order here to face Alex Cobb in the top of the 3rd inning. And the first pitch is a breaking ball that misses up and away, and the count is 1-0 to Josh Rojas. Rojas, Thomas, and Marte here in the top of the 3rd. And Cobb delivers an offering. It is a fastball swung on. It is lifted into right field. Coming in underneath it is the right fielder Gonzalez, who makes the catch. And 1 up and 1 away now here in the 3rd inning, and that's going to bring up the center fielder, Alek Thomas. Thomas has been busy defensively as he made a couple of putouts in the last inning. He is 1 for 1 tonight. He was stranded on first his first time up. Actually, he was erased in a double play his first time up. So Thomas batting here from the left side against Cobb, who kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that is swung on and fouled away, and the count is 0-1. Thomas's average has dipped to 245 on the season. We've got him in our books at 241 entering the fray tonight. Actually, it's climbed up to 245. And here comes the offering from Cobb. It is a fastball swung on. This ball is lined to right field. It's going to get down on one hop in front of the right fielder Gonzalez, and Thomas has got his second hit of the ball game as he is aboard with a one-out single here in the third, and that's going to bring up the DH, Ketel Marte. For Marte, he is 0 for 1 tonight. He grounded into a double play his first time up. It was of the 3-6-1 variety. So he steps up to the plate here, facing the right-hander Alex Cobb for the second time. And the first pitch to him is a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and one strike to Ketel Marte. Cobb steps off the back of the mound, rums up the baseball, and reaches down for the rosin bag, and now he's ready to go back at it. Working from the first base side of the rubber against the left-handed hitting Marte. He checks the runner. And now he comes set and he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball taken for a called strike. And the count is no balls and 2 strikes. So no balls and 2 strikes to Ketel Marte. It'll be Christian Walker to follow here in the third if Marte is able to get on. So Cobb leans in against the sign from his catcher, and now he comes set. And he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on. It is grounded over to the second baseman who's in the hole. He throws it over to the shortstop covering second for one. Back to first. And it's not going to be in time. The Giants are on the phone, and they believe it is a safe call, so they don't have to worry about that. Marte did beat it out. So Flores, ranging to his left, fields it. Crawford threw on the run. But Marte still has the wheels to get down the line. It's going to be a fielder's choice. 4-6 for the second out of the inning. That is going to bring up the first baseman, Christian Walker. For Walker, he is 0 for 1 tonight. He grounded out to the shortstop to end the first inning. His average has dipped to 207. We mentioned that he had those 21 homers this year. He leads the Diamondback club in home runs. Cobb gets the sign from his catcher, Bart, and he comes set at the chest. And now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball taken for a called strike. And the count is 0-1. It has been a quick pace to this one here, as we're already in the top of the third inning. Both teams have had some runners, but double play and some early pitches that the hitters have swung at. There's a fastball that misses down. It's a good block by the catcher, Bart, as he's able to keep that from getting through. The count is 1-1. A lot of some of the pitches, one on the first pitch or second pitch, the hitters have been swinging. So the pitchers have been around the zone, inducing balls to be put in play. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Walker. And here comes the offering from Alex Cobb, who kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. It's going to reach the seats down the right field line, and the count goes to 1-2 on Christian Walker. The San Francisco Giants, there was a statistic they flashed. They say that they have saved 26 runs because of the shift, which is the most in Major League Baseball. There's a fastball that misses inside, and the count is now 2-2. I'd like to see how they derive that statistic and how they're able to come up with that. 26 runs saved. I wonder how many runs lost they would have had, or what that would have been netted between the runs saved and runs lost. So here comes the 2-2. There's a fastball that misses up and in, and the count is now 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Christian Walker. Cobb again goes off the backside of the mound and grabs the rosin bag. He rubs it up for himself, and he's ready to go back at it here with the right-handed hitting Walker. The runner at first is Marte. He'll be off to the races on the pitch. Here comes the 3-2 offering. There goes the runner. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is lined into right field. It's down for a base hit. Marte rounds second. He gets into third base safely. And for the third straight inning, the Diamondbacks have something brewing here with runners on the corners and 2 away, and that's going to bring up the left fielder David Peralta. The Diamondbacks have left 3 runners on base in the first 2 innings. They've not been able to get that extra hit to cash in on the run. Certainly the first inning, they had runners on first and second with nobody out. And unfortunately, they were able to, their attempt at a first inning rally was extinguished on a double play. There's a fastball that misses down, and the count is 1-0 to David Peralta. Peralta grounded to second to lead off the second inning. He's 0 for 1 on the evening. He bats from the left side against the right-handed throwing Cobb. And now comes set at the chest. And he fires over to first base, and diving back in time is the base runner, Christian Walker. I'm not sure I'm a huge fan of the way that Cobb fires over his pickoff move. It is a good quick snap throw, but he almost really jump pivots. There's a first pitch fastball that misses down and away to Peralta. And check that. It's going to be 2 balls and no strikes. So Peralta batting here with runners on the corners and 2 away. It's Marte on third and Walker, the runner, at first. Coming set at the chest is Cobb, and now he kicks and fires. That's a fastball that misses off the outside corner, and the count goes to 3-0. So 3 balls and no strikes to Peralta. It'll be Buddy Kennedy who waits his turn on deck. Should Peralta reach base here? So here comes the 3-0 offering. Cobb checks the sign from Bart. He now comes set. And here comes the 3-0. It is a fastball that catches the inside corner. Peralta looked like he was turning and ready to go to first base, but up went the right hand of Mark Wegner that brought the Arizona first baseman back, or left fielder, back to the plate. So 3 balls and 1 strike. And here comes the offering from Cobb. It's a fastball swung on. It is lined over the head of the second baseman, Flores, and it gets through and past the right fielder, Gonzalez. And now he's got to fire it in. Sliding into second safely is Peralta. Getting into third is Christian Walker, and that is going to be an RBI single with an error on the right fielder. It is going to allow Peralta to get into second base, and the Diamondbacks are on the board here in the third inning, and it is a error that has done it here and a base hit. Nice effort, though, by Flores to try to crawl the ladder. Then Gonzalez was coming up looking like he wanted to come up throwing. The ball ended up getting through him, and that is the first run of the inning. And the first run of the ball game here for the Diamondbacks. It is now 1-0. So the runners are at second and third with 2 out, and that brings Buddy Kennedy to the plate. For Kennedy, he is 0 for 1 tonight. He grounded out to the pitcher his first time up. His average has dipped to .220 on this season. Kennedy's got a homer and 11 runs batted in. The outfield is rather deep for the right-handed hitter, and he takes a first pitch fastball outside for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. Kennedy's got 1 homer this season so far. It's 11 runs batted in. Here comes the offering now from Cobb. He checks the runner Peralta at second and delivers. It's a fastball that misses down. The count is now 2-0. So Alex Cobb, all of a sudden, here in the third inning, has lost the command of his pitches. With the help of an error, it is a Diamondback 1-0 lead here in the top of the third inning. So Cobb checks the runner Peralta at second. He holds at the chest, and now he kicks and fires. It's a fastball at 95 miles an hour that misses off the outside corner. And now the count goes to 3-0. So 3 balls and no strikes to Kennedy. He gets himself dug in, and now they asks for time and steps back. He gets get ready to do this all over again. So waiting on the offering from Cobb. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball outside. That is ball 4 as Kennedy gets himself a walk. That's going to load the bases. And we are going to get a visit from the pitching coach now as the San Francisco pitching coach is on his way to the hill. Have a discussion with his right-hander, Alex Cobb. The pitching coach for the San Francisco Giants is Andrew Bailey. Bailey, if you're not familiar with him, he has a couple of no-hitters to his name when he was with the Cincinnati Red organization. He was considered at once upon a time a top prospect in all of baseball, but it was arm issues and problems and really derailed his career. But here he is, the pitching coach for the San Francisco Giants, working under the manager Gabe Kapler. So the bases are loaded. It is Kennedy at first, Peralta at second, and Christian Walker is the runner at third. Dalton Varsho steps to the plate here, looking to do some damage. He's got 12 homers and 41 runs batted in on the season. He walked his first time up tonight. Cobb checks the runners, and he delivers. It's a fastball that misses inside. The count is 1-0 to Varsho. There's nowhere to put him. He's going to have to face him up right here. Here comes the 1-0 pitch now to Varsho as a right-hander Cobb comes set. And now he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on. This ball is lined into right field. It's down for a base hit. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. Digging for around first is the hitter Varsho, and he's going to be held to a single. But that is going to cash in a couple of runs as both Christian Walker and David Peralta come across, and the score is now 3-0 for Arizona on the 2 RBI single by Varsho. And that is going to bring up the catcher, Carson Kelly. So I certainly would have expected this tonight, that's for sure, when we were originally going to call this game that the Diamondbacks would be out to a 3-0 lead. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball that misses down to Kelly, and the count is 1-0. There are runners on the corners as Buddy Kennedy went all the way around to third. Varsho is the runner at first. The count is 1 ball and no strikes to Carson Kelly. And here comes the offering from Cobb. It is a fastball swung on. It is grounded softly to short. It's fielded by Brandon Crawford. He fires to first, and that is going to do it here in the third inning as the Diamondbacks are now retired. But there was damage and a lot done here in the inning. There was 3 runs on 3 hits. There was an error, and there were 2 runners left aboard. We are now moving to the bottom of the third inning. It is the Arizona Diamondbacks 3, the San Francisco Giants nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few moments. With the call of the bottom of the third inning, we're glad you guys could be here with us. Here is our friend Matt.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just 1 roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole. Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom half of the third inning. It is going to be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters coming up for the Giants. That means it's going to be Mike Yastrzemski, Joey Bart, and Lamont Wade Jr. Get things going against Merrill Kelly. Kelly has been solid in his first 2 innings of work, only allowing 1 hit to the Giants. That was a single to lead off the second inning by Brandon Belt. That was a wind-aided single that almost caused a collision in left field. So it is Yastrzemski, Bart, and Wade Jr. here due up. So Yastrzemski batting .231 on the season. He's got 8 homers and 34 runs driven in. He takes a first pitch changeup for a call and strike, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. We notice that Steve Rademacher has sent out a PSA on his 500 subscriber giveaway. So hopefully you guys who tune in to us will be able to jump on that bandwagon. There's a fastball that is taken for a ball inside, and the count is 1-1. They do have the shift on for Yastrzemski as they have 3 fielders to the right side of the infield. It is the third baseman who is over in the shortstop spot. There is a fastball swung on. It is grounded over to the second baseman. That is fielded by Buddy Kennedy. He throws to first, and Yastrzemski has gone on a ground out 4-3 for out number 1. That is going to bring up the catcher, Joey Bart. For Bart on the season, he's batting .160. He's got 4 homers and 9 runs batted in. The former first-round pick was always kind of destined to be the heir apparent to the retired Buster Posey. He was the 2nd overall pick taken in the 2018 Major League Draft. There's a fastball taken for a called strike. Count is 0-1. But the Giants followed that up with a draft pick of Patrick Bailey that they have in their system as well. So Bart will have the job for now. There's a fastball swung on and missed, and the count is now 0-2. Bart has the 4 homers this year. He showed very little power over the last couple of years, certainly at the big league level. He hadn't hit a home run in 109 at-bats. But he's only got 4 here, as this is going to be the 101st at-bat of his career, assuming he was able to finish it here. So no balls and 2 strikes to Bart. Kelly gets the sign from his catcher, Kelly, and he rocks into motion. He kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on and missed. And Bart is gone. That's the first strikeout of the ball game for either pitcher. So gone is Bart for the 2nd out of the inning, and that's going to bring up the top of the order in Lamont Wade Jr. For Wade Jr. tonight, he is 0 for 1. He flew out to right field his first time up. His average has slipped to 182. He's got a couple of homers and 9 RBIs, and here's the first pitch. It's a breaking ball that misses up and away. The count is 1-0. For Lamont Wade Jr., he was a solid find by the San Francisco Giants. And there is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. Count goes even to 1-1. He was originally drafted by the Minnesota Twins in the 9th round of the 2015 draft. But he was flipped over to the Giants for Sean Anderson. There's a fastball swung on it. It is grounded over to first. And that is going to be taken by Christian Walker. It'll be a ground out to 3 for out number 3. We'll continue that Wade story when he comes up the next time. That is 3 quick outs in the inning. There were no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We are now through 3 complete. It is the Diamondbacks 3, the Giants nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back at the call at the top of the 4th inning after this from our friend Steve again.
Hello, and we'll be right back to Last Reps Baseball after this brief message from me, Steve Rademacher. Thank you all for watching my channel and supporting me. Thank you all for supporting Freddie and Last Reps Baseball. He does an awesome job commentating. And to show you some more stuff that you could see on my channel, we have shiny Pokemon cards. We have Hall of Fame quarterbacks like Brett Favre. We have Bo Jackson playing baseball. That's right. That's his rookie card. Very nice. We even have gold. We have gold. We have wrestlers. That's Rowdy Piper. And yes, we even have Jason Stokes and many ways to destroy him. So now, thank you again. Back to your regular program with your host, Last Reps Baseball.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and your support of our channel. And as mentioned, don't forget to check out Steve's 500th subscriber giveaway. He has made a public service announcement as he has got a ways to go. So he's letting everybody know what he's got on the docket when he does get to 500. And we're not sure what that date will be, as we possibly project it could be in 2023. But make sure you are there for his support. Well, we are moving to the 4th inning. It is going to be the 9-1-2 hitters in the Diamondback batting order. It'll be Geraldo Perdomo, Josh Rojas, and Alek Thomas. He faced the right-hander Alex Cobb. Perdomo is 0 for 1 tonight. He bounced into a fielder's choice his first time up. And the first pitch is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Fastball was a little bit up in the zone, and a little surprised Mark Wegner hasn't been calling those pitches for most of the night. There's a fastball that is popped up. It's over on the third base side. Racing over is the third baseman VR, but he's going to watch that bounce into the seats. And that is going to make the count now 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to Perdomo. Perdomo entered the game hitting .210. He's a switch hitter. Seen his average up to 209. And here comes the offering from Cobb, who kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on. That is popped up into shallow left field. Backing up underneath it is the shortstop Crawford, who makes the catch. That is going to retire Perdomo for the first out of the inning, and that's going to bring the top of the order, Josh Rojas, to the plate. Steve Rademacher said, "You're always thinking big." Gave me the idea earlier, and I ran with it. So hopefully you can go check out Steve's channel and look for his 500 subscriber giveaway. And here comes the first pitch to the leadoff hitter, Josh Rojas. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Rojas tonight is 0 for 1. He has flown out to right field, and he has walked. His 2 trips to the plate. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-1. Rojas walked to lead off the ball game, but he was stranded at third. Diamondbacks, even though they got 3 runs, they've left 5 runners aboard in the first 3 innings. There's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is now 2-1. Certainly in the first couple innings, they had opportunity to be able to really cash in. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is now 2-2. But it was a string of hits in the 3rd inning, 3 singles and a error by the right fielder, coupled in with a couple of walks. And there we go. There's a fastball swung on and missed. And Rojas is retired on strikes for the second out of the inning. That is the first strikeout of the ball game for the right-hander Alex Cobb, and that's going to bring up the center fielder Alek Thomas. For Thomas tonight, he is got himself 2 hits on the evening. He's singled both times up. He was raced in a double play back in the first inning, and then Raced on a fielder's choice in the third. He takes a first pitch fastball up and in for ball one, and the count is 1-0. Cobb ready to go back to work there. He delivers a fastball that gets in there for a called strike, and the count is 1-1. There's a lot of backdoor movement. It's almost I want to say even a two-seamer. It's almost a sinker more than anything because it's not got just the arm side run, but it's got sink to the pitch. There's a fastball that misses inside. The count is now 2-1. You notice the way that Cobb always sets up. He always kind of grips it with that sinker grip. Then he makes his adjustments in the glove. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. It is a fastball swung on and missed. The count is now 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Alek Thomas. But lots of movement here from the right-hander Cobb, as he's got a lot of arm side run, a lot of depth on the pitch as well. And there is a fastball swung on and missed. That is back-to-back strikeouts here in the 4th inning. And that is going to do it here for the Diamondbacks in their half of the 4th. There was no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We are now through 3.5. It is the Arizona Diamondbacks 3, the San Francisco Giants, no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the bottom of the 4th inning. After this, we're glad you guys can be here with us. Here's our friend Matt.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city, San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Appreciate you there, Matt, and your support of the channel. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the call of the bottom of the 4th inning. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right with you. Welcome back, everybody. We are going to the bottom of the 4th inning at Oracle Park. It'll be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the San Francisco order to face Merrill Kelly, Jock Peterson, Wilmer Flores, and Brandon Belt. And the first pitch is a fastball that misses outside, and the count is 1-0 to Peterson. Peterson is 0 for 1 tonight. He has grounded out to first base his first time up. He waggles the bat, hitting from the left side, and there is a fastball that's taken for a called strike, and the count goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Peterson. Kelly holds at the belt as he gets the sign from his catcher. And now Peterson asks for time as he feels that Merrill Kelly has taken too long. Now he gets himself back reset, and Kelly's still waiting. And here comes the offering from the right-hander who kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses upstairs. And the count is now 2-1. Peterson has been a little bit more well-traveled after his start with the Dodgers. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball taken for a called strike. He signed a free agent contract with the Cubs last year, but was traded after 73 games to the Braves. Of course, he helped them win a World Series. Then he inked a deal here with the Giants in the offseason. As Kelly rocks into the motion and he kicks and delivers, it is a fastball swung on. It is grounded over to the right side of the infield. It is fielded by Buddy Kelly in shallow right field. He throws to first, and Peterson is gone on a ground out 4-3 for out number one, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Wilmer Flores. Just to finish, a few thoughts on Jock Peterson. Peterson, one would have thought, was going to be in for a series of one-year deals. He had actually got a buyout option from the Braves. He's on a one-year deal here with the Giants. Giants signed him for $6 million. Braves are picking up 2.5. Well, they had 2.5 on the buyout clause. And here's the first pitch. It is a breaking ball that catches the outside corner, and it's 0-1 to Flores. So basically, he's going to get $8.5 million in his pocket. $6 million come from the Giants. Not a bad racket. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. There's a fastball swung on. It is line fair down the left field line, past the diving third baseman, and cruising into second is going to be Flores. So Flores has got himself a one-out double here in the fourth inning, and that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Brandon Belt. So that ball was absolutely scorched. The third baseman diving after it was Josh Rojas, and he couldn't quite get there. So Flores yanks the ball down the left field line. That's going to bring Belt to the plate. Belt steps up, batting from the left side. And Kelly checks the runner at second, and now he goes to work. He delivers. It is a changeup that misses outside, and the count is 1-0. Belt has the other hit tonight for the Giants, as he had that bleeder fall in between the shortstop and the left fielder. There was almost a collision in left field his first time up. And here's the pitch from Kelly. It's a fastball that misses inside, and the count is now 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Waiting on deck is the right fielder, Luis Gonzalez. He was a contributor to the runs in that third inning by the Diamondbacks. There's a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is now 2-1 to Brandon Belt. Walker is at first base, and the shortstop Perdomo is to the right of second here against Belt. They've got Buddy Kennedy in shallow right field. There's a fastball that misses off the outside corner. The count is 3-1. So the 3 defenders to the right side of the infield. We will be taking a look at the out-of-town scoreboard in a little bit, as there is a full slate of games across Major League Baseball today. And here comes the 3-1 offering. And Kelly delivers. It is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. It runs the count to 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Brandon Belt. There are 3 other games going on in Major League Baseball right now. And there's a fastball swung on. This ball is belted down into right field. It's chested up on one hop by the right fielder, Varsho. He throws it in, and that is stopping at third is going to be Flores. Flores was the runner at second. He didn't know if that ball was going to be caught or not. Dalton Varsho had raced in, and then he had the chest of the ball. It was actually a really good play by the right fielder. Belt had hit that ball on the screws. He wasn't able to get there. Then he was able to field it, and he came up throwing. Now, he did miss the cutoff man, and Belt was not able to advance. But a great play by the right fielder, Varsho, to be able to chest up that ball, but that's going to put runners on the corners. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Luis Gonzalez. Gonzalez is 0 for 1 today. He flew up to center field his first time up. He made an error in the third inning that allowed the runners to advance a base. It contributed to the 3-run uprising for the Diamondbacks. There's a first pitch fastball that misses low to Gonzalez. The count is 1-0. So he has an opportunity right here to atone for his mistake, with runners on the corners and only 1 out. And here comes the offering. It is a fastball swung on. It is grounded over to short. over to second for one, but they're not going to be able to turn the double play as Buddy Kennedy had a hard time getting the ball out of the glove. He just shut it down, but Flores is going to score. It's going to be a fielder's choice. It'll erase Belt on the fielder's choice 6-4 for the second out of the inning. The Giants are on the board. They've cut into the lead. It's now 3-1. And it is going to leave Luis Gonzalez as the lone runner on base as he is at first with 2 away. It's going to bring up the third baseman, David Villar. For Villar tonight, he is 0 for 1. He has flown out to center field his only time up. So he waits on the offering from Kelly, who kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on and tapped foul or to the third base dugout, and the count is quickly 0-1 to Villar. So the Giants getting that one back to cut into the lead is certainly helpful. So no balls and 1 strike. Kelly comes set at the chest. And now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses down and away, and the count goes to 1-1 on Villar. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Kelly comes set at the chest. And here he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses outside. It gets away from the catcher Kelly as Gonzalez was off to the races. It's going to go down as a stolen base. Kelly was trying to come up to throw, and he ended up dropping the ball on the transfer. I don't know if he had a shot at him realistically anyway, because Gonzalez had a big, huge jump on the pitcher. And so it is 2 balls and 1 strike now to Villar. And the runner in scoring position is Gonzalez. And here comes the pitch from Kelly. It is a breaking ball that misses down. Carson Kelly is having a whole host of trouble right now hanging on to the ball from Merrill Kelly as he dropped that pitch as well. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Kelly's breaking ball has been eating up the other Kelly, being the catcher, with a hard time hanging onto the pitch. Here comes the 3-1 offering now from Merrill Kelly to the right-handed hitting Villar. And the offer is a fastball that just misses off the outside corner. And Villar is going to get himself a base on balls, and that is going to bring up the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. So Merrill Kelly gets himself a new baseball, and he's rubbing it up. That last pitch there, just off the outside corner. Some pretty good plate discipline by Villar. The home plate umpire, Mark Wegner, has been pretty tight on his zone. So they do have a visit to the mound as the Diamondbacks pitching coach is out there to have some words with his starter Kelly. It looks like it's Brent Strom, the former Houston Astro pitching coach. Brent Strom as a player had played in the San Diego Padres organization. And then, of course, he was a up-and-coming pitching guy for the Cardinals. But he and, once upon a time, the Cardinal manager, Tony La Russa, did not necessarily see eye to eye philosophically. That was the word on the street. Had a little bit different thought process than sometimes some of the more veteran managers. And here's Kelly, who steps off the backside of the rubber as the pitcher, or the batter and the runner have asked for time. The batter at the plate was Crawford, and the runner at second, Gonzalez, who's bouncing around out there at second base. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball that misses off the outside corner, and it counts 1-0 to Brandon Crawford. The Giants already have 1 run on the board, and they're threatening for more. They've got runners at first and second. Gonzalez is at second. Villar is at first. There's 2 gone and Brandon Crawford at the plate. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball that misses outside, and the count is now 2-0. So much like his counterpart, Alex Cobb, he's all of a sudden falling apart in this inning is Merrill Kelly. 55 pitches here into the 4th inning so far. And here comes the pitch. It is a breaking ball that catches the bottom part of the zone, and the count goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Crawford really sprays it around the field. And they play him pretty much as straight up as can be. The shortstop is keeping the runner Gonzalez close at second base. And here comes the offering from the right-hander. He delivers a fastball swung on. It is grounded softly to second. It's fielded by Buddy Kennedy. He throws to first. And Crawford is erased on a ground out 4-3 for the 3rd out of the inning. They got a run in the inning. There was 1 run on 2 hits. There was no errors and 2 runners left aboard. We are now through 4 complete. It is the Diamondbacks 3, the Giants 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call at the top of the 5th inning after this when we return after a few of these.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for checking out the game and Last Raps Baseball. This is Dave, Zero Thought Sports Card. If you like pack openings, baseball, all that good stuff, check us out. Drop a comment on our channel this month to win a mystery pack of cards. All you gotta do is say Last Rap sent you to be entered. And we'll drop a video later on this month announcing the winner. Enjoy the game.
Appreciate you there, Dave, and your support of the channel. And in turn, we like to support Dave as well at Zero Fox Sports. Be sure to check out the Game Changer Lounge when you get an opportunity and let them know Last Raps Baseball sent you. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back after this. We're glad you guys are with us. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the top of the 5th inning. It is going to be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters in the batting order coming up for the Diamondbacks. That means Ketel Marte, Christian Walker, and David Peralta to face the right-hander Alex Cobb. Cobb had given up 3 runs in the 3rd inning, as he had allowed 4 hits in that inning. It is a 3-1 ball game now, as the Diamondbacks have got one back in their half of the 5th inning. So Marte, the switch hitting designated hitter tonight, followed by Walker and Peralta. Things going here for the Diamondbacks in their half of the 5th. And the first pitch is a fastball that misses inside. And the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Marte. Cobb holding the ball at the belt, and he kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on, and that is lifted foul over on the third base side, and the count goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. It is a typical windy evening in San Francisco as the wind is swirling around. At the beginning of the game, they said it was 19 miles an hour. And here comes the offering. There's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count now goes to 2-1. Well, we have breaking news as the icon Albert Pujols has announced that he will be participating in the Home Run Derby this year. That will be a sight to behold. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. There's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is now 3-1 to Ketel Marte. Of course, he's a little bit long in the tooth. I wonder if Miguel Cabrera will do the same, as both of those players were named as legacy players to the All-Star game. And now time has been called. As stepping out is the batter Marte. So Cobb rocks into delivery, and here he delivers. It's a fastball that misses inside. And Marte is going to be aboard for the second time tonight as he's got himself a walk. That is going to bring up the first baseman, Christian Walker. For Walker, he is 1 for 2. He's got a single. He scored a run back in the third inning. He's also grounded to the shortstop. So he has raised his season average to 210 on the ball game. And now he is ready to face the right-hander Cobb for the third time tonight. Cobb kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that catches the outside corner for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. They do have the shift on for Walker as VR, Crawford, and Flores are all to the left side of the infield. They have a gaping hole to the right side. If Walker could even just hit the slightest ground ball. Again, Cobb throws over to first, and again getting back in time is the base runner, Marte. Love to be able to see him just hit a ground ball through that four-hole, the gaping four-hole. It would be very easy for the base runner, Marte, to go first to third with his wheels. And here comes the pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep left center field, but there's room and space. Mike Yastrzemski camps out underneath it. He makes the catch. That is going to retire Walker for the first out of the inning, and that's going to bring up the left fielder, David Peralta. For Peralta, he is 1 for 2 tonight. He singled and advanced to second on the error. He has also grounded out to the second baseman. He's got himself an RBI as well to go with it. So here comes the first offering from Cobb. He delivers. It's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Peralta has raised his season average to 243. Just like that, they've got a shift that's gone on after the first pitch. Here's the pitch from Cobb. It is a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded over to Crawford, who's in the 6 hole. The only play is going to go to the second baseman. Flores covering there. It's going to be a fielder's choice. So that's going to go 6-4 to retire Marte for the second out of the inning. And it was interesting after the first pitch, the third baseman, David VR, took off and he went over into shallow right field. That's how they chose to play the shift. There's just too much of the movement going on across the infield. It's going to bring up Buddy Kennedy, who is 0 for 1 tonight. He grounded to the pitcher and he walked. So 2 gone here in the top of the 5th. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball that catches the outside corner for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. The Diamondbacks in the first 3 innings stranded 5 runners on base. They were not able to get that extra little push to punch in another couple of more runs. Here comes the pitch. It's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is now 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Buddy Kennedy. We were saying before that Kennedy is in his rookie season with the Diamondbacks. And here comes the pitch. And that is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is now 2-1. He was born at the same spot where Mike Trout is from, Melville, New Jersey. He also went to the high school there as well, lived his life as well. So the same place as the star for the Angels. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is 2-2. Buddy Kennedy is only 23 years old. He'll be 24 after the season's complete. So a little bit younger than the more famous player that attended his high school. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Kennedy. As the sun is setting in San Francisco, the fog is starting to thicken up a little bit. Golden Gate Bridge is almost a distant memory. They do have the foghorns. The city by the bay is going to be experiencing a little bit of fog tonight. Here comes the pitch. It is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is now 3-2. So David Peralta will be on the run here, as it's 3 balls and 2 strikes to Buddy Kennedy. Just a couple programming notes as a reminder. We'll be back on for the Astros and the Angels tomorrow, and on Wednesday as well. Wednesday, we're looking forward to the matchup between Christian Javier and Shohei Ohtani. So hopefully you can mark that on your schedule and be here for that one. So here comes the 3-2 pitch. And Cobb kicks and delivers. It is a fastball taken for a called third strike. Kennedy stood there like the house by the side of the road and watched it go by for out number 3. And that is going to do it here for the Diamondbacks in their half of the 5th inning. There was no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're now through 4.5. It is the Diamondbacks 3, the Giants 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call at the bottom of the 5th inning. Just a couple of minutes. Here is our friend Steve.
Hey guys, and thank you, Freddie. Steve coming back at you. That's right, Steve Rademacher. I would like to thank each and every one of you that is tuned into my channel. And today, let's do a little shout out for some other great channels you should be watching. There is WVogs 18. There's Big D's Sports and Collectibles. You all know another Hollis build. Why not Like Father, Like Son? That's a great duo that does some great stuff. It shows some great cards. And of course, the one and only Bud Stoney, creators of One of Ones. The creator of One of Ones, and they're all signed on the back. Bud Stoney, One of One, like this beautiful Robin Yount that he made for me. He made me another Robin Yount, this time mini, and a Christian Yelich mini. Great cards, and he does more than cards. We have darts of Hulk Hogan and many other things. So give them a look-see and give me another look-see. Subscribers are always welcome, and back to Freddie.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and your support of our channel. And in turn, we like to support Steve Rademacher. Be sure to check out his 500th subscriber giveaway. It is now up on the channel, and you can see what you have to do to be able to get what he has. He's got all kinds of great loot to be able to give away. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. It's going to be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters in the Giant batting order to face Merrill Kelly here in the 5th inning. And the first pitch that was delivered to Mike Yastrzemski was taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. 57 pitches through the first 4 innings for Kelly as he blows a 91-mile-an-hour fastball by Yastrzemski, and the count is now 0-2. Yastrzemski's averages fell to 230 on the season. He is 0 for 1 tonight as he's grounded to the second baseman his first time up. And here comes the pitch from Kelly. It's a fastball that just misses off the outside corner, and the count now goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kelly gets the sign from his catcher, Carson Kelly, and he's ready to go back to work. And now there's time has been called as Yastrzemski wants to reset himself. They do have the shift on for Yastrzemski as 3 fielders are to the right of the infield. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. It is popped up. It's over on the third base side. It's playable as Rojas comes underneath it. He makes the catch, and that will retire Yastrzemski for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away, and that'll bring up the catcher, Joey Bart. For Bart, he is 0 for 1. He has struck out his first time up. He's really struggled this season. He's batting .158. We were talking about it before. He was kind of thought to be the heir apparent, the long-term heir apparent for Buster Posey. I would think that you have to be concerned if they go out and they draft a catcher after you were picked named Patrick Bailey. And he is down in the minor leagues getting some seasoning. And the first pitch is a fastball that misses down, and the count is 0-1. Or misses down, the count is 1-0. Here comes the 1-0 offering. The ball that misses outside, and the count is now 2-0. Patrick Bailey was in the first round of the 2020 draft. And here comes it is a fastball that misses inside. The count goes to 3-0 on Joey Bart. Right now, stationed in the Northwest League, and he is with Eugene. Bailey is only hitting .205. He's a career .245 hitter in the minors. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is belted to deep left field, but there's going to be room. Right at the edge of the warning track is David Peralta. He's going to haul it in. And Bart is going to be gone for the second out of the inning. Bailey had played his college ball at NC State, and he ended up with the Eugene team back in 2021. In split time, that's the high A team. And of course, he was with also had time with the San Jose team, which was A ball for the San Francisco Giants. But he's started the year. He's been the whole season right now so far in high A with the Eugene Ball Club. There's a breaking ball to Lamont Wade Jr. taken for a called strike. We started to say that Lamont Wade Jr. was a great acquisition by the Giants as he was acquired in a trade for Sean Anderson from the Minnesota Twins. There's a fastball that is swung on and fouled away, and the count is 0-2. Basically, he was not really in the Twins' plans. When you think of the outfield for the Twins, you got Buxton and Kepler, and then they rolled a bunch of other guys through there, not laid Lamont Wade Jr., but he has a home in San Francisco right now as he had himself a quality year last year. He ended up batting .253 with 18 homers and 56 RBIs, but off to a slow start this year as a fastball misses outside for a ball, and the count is 1-2. He was injured to begin the year, and he has really struggled to get himself back on track. So here comes the 1-2 offering from Kelly. Gets the side from his catcher. He rocks into the motion and delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. It's going to reach the seats down the third base line. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes as it remains to Wade Jr. High fives all the way around for the gentleman who hauled that one in. So here's the 1-2 pitch. Kelly delivers. It is a breaking ball down. They appeal over to the third base umpire, but they say he didn't go. Runs the count to 2-2. Merrill Kelly was looking for the call. The third base umpire, Alan Porter. Porter didn't feel that he offered. So here comes the 2-2 pitch. And Kelly rocks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on. It is belted into right field. It's going to get down for a base hit in front of Dalton Varsho. And Lamont Wade Jr. is aboard with a 2-out single, and that's going to bring up the left fielder, Jock Peterson. For Peterson, he is 0 for 2 tonight. He has grounded out twice, once to first and once to second. So Peterson steps to the plate. His average is slipped to 257 on the year. He gets himself dug in, and he's ready to face the first offering from the right-hander Merrill Kelly. Kelly's done that a couple of times tonight where he's retired the first two batters in the inning and then gets himself in a little bit of a trouble. And here's the first pitch. It's a fastball swung on it, is lifted into right field. Varsho moving to his right. He camps out underneath it. He makes the catch. And that is going to do it. That will retire the side for the third out of the inning. So for the Giants in their half of the inning, there was no runs on one hit, no errors, and one runner left aboard. We're now through 5 complete. It is the Diamondbacks 3, the Giants 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments with the call after this.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP Cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have Lira. We have Yen. We have francs. We have pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OPC baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and your support of our channel. We'll be back in 30 seconds after this with the call. Top of the 6th inning. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right with you. Welcome back, everybody. We are going to the top of the 6th inning. It's going to be Dalton Varsho, Carson Kelly, and Geraldo Perdomo to face the right-hander Alex Cobb, who's back out for inning number 6. The Diamondbacks have 3 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. The Giants have a run, 4 hits, and 1 error. They are now entering the top of the 6th inning. Varsho today has been on base twice. He walked, he singled, and drove in a couple of runs. He takes a first pitch breaking ball for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. He's also played pretty well defensively. He made a really nice play to chest up a line drive in right field to keep Wilmer Flores at the time from scoring. As he was the runner at second base, there's a fastball that misses inside, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Varsho. Varsho's raised his season average up to 237 as he kicks and delivers a fastball that is swung on and missed, and the count is now 1-2. He's one of 3 players with double-digit home runs on the season in the lineup for the Diamondbacks. The others, of course, were Walker and Peralta. There's a fastball that misses outside, and the count goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Dalton Varsho. Cobb gets the sign from his catcher, Bart, and he goes into the motion. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away. The count remains at 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Varsho. Carson Kelly and Geraldo Perdomo to follow. Cobb gets that new baseball. He really likes to rub it up. And now he gets back on the top of the rubber and ready to face the left-handed hitting Varsho, who stands in, and he gets a fastball that comes in on the hands, and he fouls it away. The count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dalton Varsho here, as we said, is 1 for 1 tonight with those 2 RBIs. Seems to have slowed down a little bit here for Alex Cobb. He again steps off the rubber, and again he's going to rub up the baseball. Varsho is in his 3rd season at the big league level. He broke in the 2020 season. And here comes the offering. It is a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count remains at 2-2. He has eclipsed his career high with the 12 home runs this year. Last year, he hit 11. He has a lot of new high statistical categories. They list him as a catcher when he's getting the nod in right field tonight. I just wonder how much catching they're going to employ him to do. There's a fastball swung on it. It's grounded over to the third base side of the pitcher's mound. Cobb comes off the field, and he fields it cleanly and throws to first. Varsho is going to be retired on a ground out 1-3. And he has gone for the first out of the inning, and that's going to bring up Carson Kelly. Kelly is the 8th hitter in the order for the Diamondbacks. He is 1 for 2 tonight. He singled his first time up, but was erased on a fielder's choice. Also grounded out to short. This season, he has been behind the plate. I was going to say Dalton Varsho was behind the plate 29 times. We were talking a little bit about him. But he's also been in center field and right field. There's a fastball taken for a called strike to Carson Kelly, and the count is 0-1. Cobb delivers a fastball that just misses low, and the count goes to 1-1 now on Kelly. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Right-hander Cobb gets the sign from Bart, and he's ready to work again. There is a breaking ball swung on it. Is grounded over to Crawford at short. He fires across the diamond, and that's going to retire Kelly on a ground out 6-3 for the second out of the inning, and that's going to bring up the shortstop Geraldo Perdomo. There is action starting to happen in the San Francisco bullpen. Jarlin Garcia is up and throwing. It's the 95th pitch thrown tonight by Cobb. One would have to expect that Gabe Kapler is probably going to be turning to the bullpen here to after trying to keep it in check here to try to win this game. And here comes the first pitch. It is a breaking ball that misses down and in, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Perdomo. Cobb gets the sign from his catcher, Bart, and he's ready to go back to work. He rocks into the motion, and he kicks and he fires. There's a breaking ball that misses down, but it squirts away from the catcher, and it's going to run the count to 2-0. Perdomo tonight has bounced into a fielder's choice, and he has popped out to the shortstop. He's 0 for 2. And now he waits on the 2-0 offering from the right-hander Cobb, who delivers a fastball for a called strike. The count is now 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Perdomo. Again, rocking into the motion is the right-hander Cobb. And he kicks and he fires. It's a fastball taken for a called strike. Right at the knees. It was a good pitch. It was one of those pitches that looked like it was coming inside, and it ran late back across the plate, and that runs the count at 2-2. It's probably the sinker more than anything because it's got depth to it and it's got the arm side run. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. It is a fastball swung on and missed. Perdomo almost swings himself into the ground, and now he is gone for out number 3 here in the top of the 6th inning. So the Diamondbacks go in order. They got no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're through 5.5. It is the Arizona Diamondbacks 3, the San Francisco Giants 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few moments after this from our friend Dave and others.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for checking out the game and Last Raps Baseball. This is Dave's Zero Thought Sports Card. If you like pack openings, baseball, all that good stuff, check us out. Drop a comment on our channel this month to win a mystery pack of cards. All you gotta do is say Last Rap sent you to be entered. And we'll drop a video later on this month announcing the winner. Enjoy the game.
Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom half of the sixth inning. It is going to be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters coming up for the Giants. That means it's Wilmer Flores, Brandon Belt, and Luis Gonzalez, as they are going to be coming up here in the inning to face Merrill Kelly, who is on for his 6th inning of work. So Flores tonight so far is 1 for 2. He doubled to get things going with 1 out in the 4th inning, and he later came around and scored a run. It is also flew out to left field. He's raised his season average to 251 on the evening, and now he waits on the first offering from Merrill Kelly, who kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is 1-0. Kelly was at 72 pitches through his 5 innings of work, a little bit more economical than his counterpart, Alex Cobb. Probably will be done for the night as he exceeded the 100-pitch mark. There's a fastball that catches the outside corner, and the count goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Flores. Kelly rocks into the motion, and now he kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count goes to 2-1. Flores was a long-time New York Met. The Venezuelan is now going to be 31 years old in less than a month's time. There's a fastball swung on. It is popped up behind home plate. Kelly camps out underneath it. He makes the catch, and that is going to retire Flores for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away, and that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Brandon Belt. For Belt on the evening, he's got 2 hits tonight. He has singled twice. The first time he was stranded back in the 2nd inning. In the 4th inning, he was raced in a fielder's choice. He's lifted his average up to 227 on the campaign. The 34-year-old waiting on the first offering from Merrill Kelly. As Kelly rocks into the motion, he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is belted to deep right field. Moving back on the warning track is Varsho, but it's going to be off the wall. Now they're going to have to play it. It's got a strange spin to it. Varsho is able to pick it up. He fires it back into the infield. And Brandon Belt has got himself his 3rd hit of the ball game as he's got himself a 1-out double here in the 6th. Ball was absolutely scorched. What it did is it actually hit the top of the auxiliary scoreboard that was out there, or I want to say scoreboard, but it's almost along the lines of where the monuments are. There's sort of where there's padding and everything else. So where the wall was, it hit like the top of the fencing there that protects the outfielders. It took a weird ricochet and had some spin to it. And avoided Varsho a little bit. So that is going to be a double for Belt. That brings up Luis Gonzalez, who takes the pitch breaking ball over for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Gonzalez tonight is 0 for 2. He has flown to center and bounced into a fielder's choice, but he has a stolen base. There is a fastball swung on and missed, and now the count goes to 0-2. It was his 8th stolen base of the year for Gonzalez. He'll be followed here by David Villar should he get on. So 1 away here with the runner Belt at second. Kelly checks the runner. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses down, and the count is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kelly toes the rubber. He checks the runner belt at second. He gets his sign from his catcher, Carson Kelly. And now he comes set at the chest. He checks the runner at second base belt. And now he kicks and fires. It is a fastball swung on. It is grounded up the middle. It is fielded by the shortstop, Perdomo. He throws to first. Advancing over to third is Belt. And that is going to bring up the third baseman, David Villar. So 2 away as Villar steps to the plate. He has flown to center field and walked in his 2 trips to the plate. His average has dipped to 240 on the season. Some really strange configurations in San Francisco with the outfield. If you're not used to playing there every day, it could be havoc off the walls. And here comes the first offering. It is a fastball swung on. It's a broken bat that is lifted just foul as Christian Walker was racing over. He couldn't quite get it. But Villar is going to have to go get himself a new piece of lumber as you can see the wood had flown off when he had taken that cut. So no balls and 1 strike to Villar. The Giants faithful down the first base line are pretty pleased as one of the fans has received the foul ball from Walker. Down in that sort of that luxury box area. So here comes the 0-1 offering. Kelly checks the runner at third, and he rocks into the motion. Now he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on. It is belted foul down the left field line. It's going to reach the netting. Count is going to be 0-2 to Villar. So no balls and 2 strikes. Villar is in the hole at 0-2 here. The runner at third is Brandon Belt. They do have a little conference on the mound as Kelly and Perdomo have come in to talk to the pitcher, Merrill Kelly. 83 pitches so far for the Arizona right-hander. As we said, we pretty much fully expect that there will be a pitching change, as Jarlin Garcia was up and throwing for the Giants just moments ago. And here comes the offering from Kelly. It's a fastball swung on, and it's fouled off the mask of the catcher, Carson Kelly. It's going to keep the count at 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. So Merrill Kelly ready to go back to work. He checks the runner at third. He rocks into the motion and he kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball that misses down. And the count now goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. David Villar. So Kelly holds again. He checks the runner again at third, and he rocks into the motion. He delivers. There's a fastball swung on and missed. And Villar is down on strikes for the third out of the inning. The Giants, they leave yet another runner aboard. There was no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We are now moving to the top of the 7th inning. It is the Arizona Diamondbacks 3, the San Francisco Giants 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments. But the call at the top of the 7th inning, we're glad you guys could be here. Here is our friend Matt again.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right. if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole. Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. We have a pitching change for the Giants. It is going to be Jarlin Garcia that is coming in relief. He is going to be working in his 28th ball game of the year. He's worked 29 and a third innings. He has given up 23 hits, 12 runs, 7 of which have been earned. He has walked 10 and struck out 21. He's pitched to a ERA of 2.15. So Jarlin Garcia in the ball game to replace Alex Cobb. Cobb had pitched pretty well other than that one inning where he had given up the 3 runs, but Garcia in now. He is a left-handed pitcher as he'll be turning some bats around in the order here. He'll be facing the top of the order. It's going to be Josh Rojas, Alek Thomas, and Ketel Marte. So a couple of lefties here at the top of the batting order. And here's the first pitch. It is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1 to Rojas. Rojas today is 0 for 2. He had a walk back in the first inning. He's flown to right, and he has struck out in his times to the plate. And here comes the 0-1 offering from Garcia. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. The count remains at 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. We'll be picking through the out-of-town scoreboard as a lot of the games are moving into the final parts here, as the Padres and the Rockies are the only other game going on right now. There's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lined into center field for a base hit. And Rojas is aboard with a single. That's going to bring up the center fielder, Alek Thomas. For Thomas today, he is 2 for 3. He's got a couple of hits, both singles. He's also struck out his last time up. He's raised his season average to 247. As we take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, the Tigers and the Royals had a doubleheader today. The Royals swept the Tigers away in both ends of that. And throwing over to first base and easily getting back in time is the base runner Rojas. The Royals won the first game 3-1. As Brad Keller got his 5th win of the year, Michael Pineda took the loss for the Tigers. In the second end of the double dip, there's a fastball swung on. It is grounded over to the third baseman, who throws it over to we got trouble in River City here. This is going to be interesting. We had a ground ball to the third baseman playing in the 6th hole. They got it over to Brandon Crawford. And Crawford was able to retire the side. They overthrew first base, but the runner, Alek Thomas, was deemed to have made an attempt to go to second. And what had happened was, as the ball was overthrown, they thought he was moving to second base, and then he turned to walk back to first, and they applied the tag on him. And the first base umpire, Quinn Walcott, has ruled him out. So Torey Lovello is out having a few words with him right now, as he's been erased on the play. They are asking if he had actually made the effort. And Walcott, in his opinion, deemed yes. So we're going to have to see how they actually officially score that, as Lovello is out there arguing. This may not be a long argument, but it's definitely going to go down as a double play. That is going to bring up the designated hitter, Ketel Marte. So Lavello's argument is done as he's returned to the dugout. That is going to bring up Ketel Marte. So it's going to be a 5-6-3 double play as they rule that there 5-6-3. And so the first pitch is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. And you could just see the way that Quinn Walcott had moved himself into position. Looked like he was going to be able to make that call. And it was ever so subtle that the movement was that he was going to go to second base. It was basically a flinch. There's a breaking ball that misses upstairs, and the count is now 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. A lot of younger coaches think that even if you turn into fair territory, they can get you. There's a breaking ball swung on. It is lifted into deep right center field. Racing back is the right fielder Gonzalez. It bounces on the warning track. It's going to bounce into the stands. It's a ground rule double for Ketel Marte. That's going to be the 3rd time tonight he has reached base, but that's his first hit. So he's got himself a 2-out double, and that's going to bring up the first baseman, Christian Walker. And that is going to bring the manager out of the Giants dugout. It is going to be Gabe Kapler making his way out to the mound, as they do have a right-hander up and throwing. And that is going to be it for Yarlin Garcia. His day is over. He was able to get himself a double play, but he gave up 2 hits. We're going to be right back, everybody. We have a pitching change here in the top of the 7th inning. Hang tight. We'll be back in a moment. We'll get you that information after this. Here's our friend Steve again.
This is Steve Rademacher, and I'd like to introduce you to my channel if you haven't seen it before. These are all the things I enjoy: sports, autographs, relics, non-sports Hall of Famers, pseudo-sports, Star Wars. That's my channel name and my name, and I would really appreciate it if you would come check me out and maybe even subscribe if you like it. Thank you for that for now, and back to your ball game.
Appreciate you there, Steve. We got a pitching change. We'll be back in 30 seconds, and we'll get you all updated in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the 3rd pitcher used by the Giants tonight. It is going to be Mauricio Leovera on in relief here. The right-hander is coming in to pitch, as he will be facing Christian Walker with 2 out and a runner on second here in the top of the 7th inning. So we'll get you the specs on the right-hander here in just a moment, as Leovera is on in relief of Yarlia. So the right-hander Leovera, this is his 15th appearance. He's got himself a 4.85 ERA. He's worked 13 innings. He's allowed 5 walks and struck out 16. So he will be coming on and entrusted to face the first baseman, Christian Walker. We were cycling through the out-of-town scoreboard just a couple of moments ago, and we were talking about the Tigers getting swept by the Royals. In that second game, the Royals won 7-3. It was Zerpa getting the win and Alex Fado falling to 1-5 on the year. We'll keep updating the out-of-town scoreboard, as this is now the only game going on. The San Diego game is now completed. So here comes the first offering to Christian Walker. It is the breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Walker. Walker tonight is 1 for 3. He singled and scored a run. He's also flown out to center and grounded to short. And here's the offering. It is a breaking ball that Catches the inside corner, and the count goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. The right-hander Rivera ready to deliver again. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is now 2-1. A steady dive to hooks right now for Christian Walker. Right-hander has come in and just been working the breaking ball after breaking ball. So here comes the 2-1 offering. He gets the sign from Barty, comes set at the belt. He checks the runner at second and now delivers another breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 3-1. They do have an open base, but the left-handed hitting David Peralta is looming on deck. The always dangerous David Peralta. So Rivera gets the sign again. He's breathing heavy on the mound. And now he comes set. He looks at the runner at second. He kicks and delivers. It is a fastball that misses inside. And that is going to be a base on balls for Christian Walker. He's going to put runners at first and second, and that brings the veteran Peralta to the plate. For Peralta tonight, he is 1 for 3. He has singled and driven in a run. He's also bounced into a fielder's choice and grounded out to second. So there's 2 gone here in the inning. Joey Bart out flashing the signs to his defense. So the right-hander Rivera ready to deliver here. He checks the runner at second, Marte, and now he kicks and fires. It's a fastball that's taken for a called strike, and the count is no balls and 1 strike to Peralta. As we're cycling through that out-of-town scoreboard, the Pirates knocked off the Marlins tonight 5-1. And here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. The count is now 0-2 to Peralta. Mitch Keller got his 3rd win of the year. Trevor Rogers, who had a great rookie campaign last year, took the loss. He goes to 4-8. It was De Los Santos who got his 3rd save of the year for the Pirates. They improved to 37-50. So here we go, back to the live action. Here's the 0-2 pitch. It's a breaking ball that misses down. The appeal over to Alan Porter at third base, but he said Peralta didn't go, and that's going to run the count to 1-2. In Tampa, the Rays knocked off the Red Sox in the opening game of that series 10-4. Bard got the win. Diekman took the loss in relief. And here comes the offering from right-hander Rivera. Again, it is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is now 2-2. In Cleveland, the Guardians stuck it to the White Sox 8-4. Cal Quantrill even his record at 5-5 on the year. Lance Lynn took the loss. He goes to 1-2. So here comes the offering from the right-hander Rivera. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed. And Peralta is down on strikes for the 3rd out of the inning. And that is going to do it. The Diamondbacks, again, threatened, but they don't score. There was no runs. There was a hit, no errors, and 2 runners left aboard. We're now through 6.5. It is the Diamondbacks 3, the Giants 1. Stick around, everybody. There's still lots of baseball left. We're glad you can make it in here, whether you're listening live or on delay. We do appreciate you all for being here. Hold tight, everybody.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's another Hollis build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Appreciate you there, Matt, and your support of our channel. In turn, we support Matt Hollis. Be sure to check out his channel after the game. We'll be back with the call at the bottom of the seventh in just a couple moments. Welcome back, everybody. We are going to the bottom of the seventh inning, and due up it is Brandon Crawford, Mike Yastrzemski, and Joey Bart. And it is still going to be Merrill Kelly on the mound. He's coming out for the seventh inning. He has been fairly economical in his evening so far, as he is going into the seventh inning. He has so far thrown 86 pitches, 55 of them for strikes. His counterpart, Alex Cobb, threw 100 pitches tonight on the button, and he threw 57 strikes. So Kelly here coming in for his seventh inning, or to start his seventh inning of work. So Crawford, Yastrzemski, and Bart here to face him. We're giving some of the out-of-town scores. We'll continue to cycle through that. The Cardinals knocked out the Phillies tonight 6-1. Miles Michaelis improved to 6-7 on the year. Aaron Nola took the loss. He's now 5-7. It was a battle of the Maxes in Atlanta. Max Scherzer against Max Fried. Scherzer improved to 6-1 on the year. Max Fried dropped to 9-3. It was a 4-1 victory for the Mets. Edwin Sugar Diaz got his 19th save. We go back to the action, and it's a first pitch fastball that misses upstairs from Merrill Kelly to Crawford for ball one. Count is 1-0. Crawford tonight is 0 for 2. He is grounded to second and has popped to short. And here comes the offering from Kelly. It's a fastball that catches the outside corner, and the count goes even to 1-1. The Texas Rangers hung on to beat the Oakland Athletics 10-8. Howard got the win for the Rangers. Martinez took the loss for the A's. Martin got his third save for the Rangers. And here's a pitch. It is a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count now goes to 1-2 on Crawford. The other final that just came in, it was the Padres over the Rockies. Sean Manaea got the win. He goes to 4-4. Jose Urena takes the loss. That was his first for the Rockies. Taylor Rogers got his 24th save. That was the cycle through the out-of-town scoreboard as we did it over the top and bottom part of this inning. There's a fastball swung on and missed. Crawford is gone on strikes for the first of the inning, and that's going to bring up the center fielder, Mike Yastrzemski. There is action in the Arizona bullpen as they do have a lefty up and throwing. It is Joe Mantiply. So the lefty kind of semi-low three-quarter sidewinder, getting himself loose. So Yastrzemski steps to the plate. He is 0 for 2 tonight. He is grounded to second, and he is popped to third. And here's the first offering from Kelly. It's a breaking ball swung on. It's lifted down the left field line. It's going to bounce up into the netting, and that's going to be a strike one to Yastrzemski. They have the ball dudes in full effect in San Francisco. The older gentleman is seated on a stool just to the other side of the tarp on the third base line. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball that is swung on and tap foul. The count is now 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to Yastrzemski. Kelly has had himself a very impressive start tonight. The only run that he allowed was back in the 4th inning, when Wilmer Fuller has reached on a 1-out double. And there's a fastball taken for a called 3rd strike. Yastrzemski stood there like the house by the side of the road, watched it go by for out number 2. That is going to bring up the 9-hole hitter, Joey Bart. So Bart steps to the plate. He is 0 for 2 tonight. He has struck out and flown out to left field. His average has tailed off to 157 on the season. He's waiting on the first offering from Kelly, who rocks into the motion and delivers. It is a fastball swung on and missed. The count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Joey Bart. It'll be Lamont Wade Jr. He waits his turn on deck. One would think that this will probably be the last inning work for Kelly as he delivers a fastball outside for ball, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Kelly gets the sign from his catcher, Carson Kelly. And now time has been requested by Bart as he steps out of the box and readjusts his gloves. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Kelly rocks into the motion, and he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball that misses down, and the count is now 2 balls and 1 strike. Kelly will be followed, as we said, by the top of the order, Lamont Wade Jr. Should he find a way on base here? And one would think that the lefty Joe Mantiply, who is heating up, is going to be coming on to face that top of the order. There's a fastball swung on. It is belted to deep left field. Moving back on the warning track and making the grab is Peralta. And that is going to do it here for the Giants in their half of the 7th inning. There was no runs, there were no hits, no errors, and nobody left aboard. We are now through 7 complete. It is the Arizona Diamondbacks 3, the San Francisco Giants 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call. The top of the 8th inning when we return after this. From our friend, Steve Rademacher.
Hello, kids. Steve coming at you. It's Steve Rademacher. And if you like interesting stuff, if you like to laugh a little bit, and if you enjoy collecting, this channel's for you. If you like non-sport cards, we have them. You like pseudo-sport cards, we open them. Even if you like entire boxes of completely pointless stuff or other sports, we have everything here. I drop a different video every day, and there's always a theme to it, from No Filter Friday to Saturday morning cartoons, even Sunday shoutouts. Once in a while, we'll get a little froggy and show Money Money Monday, where I showcase a bunch of my currency. We have Legos, we have Star Wars, we have a good time. We even have my brother on Takeover Tuesday. Be there or be square. Back to Freddy.
Appreciate you there, Steve. We'll be back in just a couple moments with the call of the top of the 8th inning. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back with you. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the top of the 8th inning. It is going to be Buddy Kennedy, Dalton Varsho, and Carson Kelly due up in the top of the 8th. The San Francisco Giants have already dipped into their bullpen. They are a couple of relievers deep. And it is who finished off the inning last inning was the right-hander, Richo Oliveira. We're having a hard time enunciating his name. We apologize to him. as Lavera is on the mound as we enter the 8th inning here. And he'll be facing Kennedy, Varsho, and Kelly. So it looks like we may have a pinch hitter on our hands here as Jake McCarthy is stepping in for Buddy Kennedy. And he is on facing the right-hander for the first time, and it is a breaking ball that misses down. But McCarthy wasn't able to hold up his swing, and that's going to go down as a strike. He swung at ball 1 in the dirt, but it is now no balls and 1 strike. McCarthy on the season is hitting .228. There's a breaking ball that is waved at and missed, and now the count is 0-2. So 2 swings that were almost half-hearted. The first one he waved at, the second one he chopped at. So no balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the offering from the right-hander Lavero. It's a breaking ball swung at and fouled away. Now the third base line, and the count is 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to McCarthy. So it'll be Dalton Varsho who waits on deck and Carson Kelly to follow. As Buddy Kennedy's day is done. So here comes the 0-2 pitch. Lavero holds at the belt, and he kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on and grounded foul. Count remains at 0-2, and the ball dude down the right field line made a nice play there. And he hands it to a young man in the front row wearing the camo San Francisco Giants hat. So no balls and 2 strikes. Oliveira gets the sign from his catcher, and he's ready to go to work. Now he steps off, and they're going to have to recycle through the sequence. And here comes the offering from the right-hander. He kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball that misses upstairs. The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. We're in the top of the 8th inning. It is a 3-1 Diamondback lead as they got all their runs back in the 3rd inning off of the starter Alex Cobb. Now Lavero comes set at the belt. He kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on. It's grounded foul. And this time the ball dude can't make the play, and now he's got to chase it down into the right field corner. Hasn't been a lot of action for the ball dudes tonight. But there has been here in the last couple innings. And that was definitely an error to the ball dude right through the wickets. Not able to get over his front side. Keeps the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes to McCarthy. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. Lavera holds at the belt. The wind is picked up a little bit in San Francisco. There's a fastball outside. They appeal down to the third base umpire, Alan Porter, but they say he didn't go. It's going to run the count to 2-2 now. So 2-2 to McCarthy. So Lavera now comes set at the belt. And he kicks and fires. It is a breaking ball swung on another ground ball. And this time the ball dude has an opportunity for the backhand play, and that gets by him. So a lot of Swiss cheese going on down there on the right field line. This time Luis Gonzalez comes over to help him out. The ball dude down the left field line is getting a good chuckle out of this. As the ball dude on the right field line is having to get himself a workout in on the at bat here with Jake McCarthy. So you only get a few moments to make some plays, and didn't make either of them. So here comes the 2-2 offering. And Lavero kicks and delivers. That's a fastball at 96. It misses down, and McCarthy's worked himself to a full count. This is going to be the 9th pitch of the at-bat. Check that, the 10th pitch of the at-bat. We lost one in there somewhere. So pitch number 10 coming up for McCarthy. Probably all those foul balls he kept whacking down the right field line. There's a breaking ball that misses down. And that was a quality at bat for the Diamondback pinch hitter. He was down 0-2 and came all the way back. He's got himself a base on balls, and that's going to bring up the right fielder, Dalton Varsho. For Varsho tonight, he has been on base twice. He walked his first time up. He singled and drove in a couple of runs back in the third. He's also grounded out to the pitcher, and we have a conference on the mound. They want to talk it over a little bit about the base runner, McCarthy. So Flores and Bart are out there to have a word with the right-hander, Livera. So Livera is ready to go back at it now as the conference is broken up. So Varsho steps to the plate, officially 1 for 2 on the evening. He's raised his average up to 236 on the season. That knock earlier tonight. And here comes the offering, and instead they throw over to first, and getting back in time is McCarthy. So the Snakes are looking to add to their lead here, give themselves a little bit more cushion. And here comes the first offering to the left-handed hitter, Varsho, but again they go back to first base, and again getting back in time is the base runner, McCarthy. So Varsho digs in, he waggles the bat. And here comes the first offering. Livera kicks and delivers. It's a fastball taken for a called strike. And the runner, McCarthy, has stolen second base rather easily. He was off and running before, and then he came to a stop and still continued on. He was able to get himself second base stolen. That is 1 strike to Varsho. They had no chance to get him. And here comes the pitch. It is a breaking ball, swung on and missed, and now the count is 0-2 to Varsho. Runner McCarthy had some pretty good anticipation. It was so good he actually had to throw on the brakes. So no balls and 2 strikes to Varsho. Runner at second is McCarthy. There is nobody out here in the top of the 8th inning. And here's the pitch from Livera. That is a breaking ball drilled to deep right field, but it's going to hook foul. It's going to get into the McCovey Cove, but it is hook foul. He hit that ball a long way. Did Varsho, and that's going to keep the count at 0-2. And the kayaker has swooped in to be able to get that ball. Even have nighttime kayakers out there in McCovey Cove. Sure did not take long on the splashdown. That's the first one tonight that we've seen into the Cove. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball that misses outside. The count now runs to 1-2 on Varsho. Diamondbacks are looking for their 39th win. The Giants are only 2 games above 500 right now. They've struggled as of late. There's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. The count remains at 1-2. It's not been a good stretch over the last 3 weeks for the San Francisco Giants as they're starting to fade away a little bit in the National League West. Diamondbacks, with this, if they can win tonight, will be 9 games below 500. There's a pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on, and it's a belted foul again. This ball also is going to go into the Cove. Dalton Varsho has certainly got Livera figured out. He has smashed 2 pitches, and he is hooked into the Cove. Count remains at 1-2. I think if I'm Gabe Kapler, we want to make sure that bullpen is going. As there is no mystery here, as the right-hander Livera has been figured out by Dalton Varsho. So here comes the 1-2 offering. He checks McCarthy at second. And now he delivers. It's a fastball that is swung on and lifted down the left field line, and it is going to go just foul. It was more of an excuse me swing. Jock Peterson comes over to pick it up. was not fouled by much, maybe 3 or 4 inches at the most. It's going to keep the count at 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Varsho. They do have sort of a shift on, as Crawford is in between the runner at second and second base. The third baseman, VR, is well off the bag at third. Could be an interesting foot race to the bag if McCarthy decided to take off. Now time is called as Joey Bart is doing a little bit of house cleaning and some gardening around home plate. And now we're ready to go back at it. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Varsho. Levera comes set at the chest. He checks the runner and he kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on. It's popped up on the right side of the infield. Coming in on it is the first baseman, Lamont Wade Jr., who makes the catch. And Varsho is going to be retired for the first out of the inning. And it's going to bring up the catcher, Carson Kelly. It's not been an easy inning for Levera. He has thrown 18 pitches to the first 2 batters he has faced. But instead of Kelly coming to the plate, it is going to be a pinch hitter. We're going to have ourselves coming to the bat. It is going to be Alcantara pinch hitting. So Sergio Alcantara coming in to hit for Carson Kelly. Alcantara is hitting 168 on the season. He's got 2 homers and 12 RBIs. And now Homer Bailey is making his way out to the mound to have a word with his right-hander. So the chess game is going on in full effect in San Francisco. So Alcantara is the pinch hitter. Alcantara has been in the big league since 2020. Began his big league career with the Detroit Tigers. Then he moved to the Chicago Cubs. He was with the Padres this year, and now he is with the Diamondbacks. So here comes the first offering from Levera to the left-handed hitting Alcantara. Alcantara is a switch hitter who's batting from the left side here, and Levera steps off the rubber, and then he's reset himself to go at it again. And here comes the first offering. He checks the runner at second. He delivers. It is a breaking ball that misses down and in. The count is 1 ball and no strikes to Alcantara. Alcantara waggles the bat. Checking the runner at second is Levera. He delivers a breaking ball. It's taken for a called strike, and the count is now 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. I think there's a few people that are out of sorts as they are in San Francisco watching the ballgame. They're wearing Dodgers jerseys. I'm sure they wouldn't get a warm welcoming in the crowd for wearing those. There's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is belted to deep right field, and this ball is going to get into the cove. Levera has served up more balls tonight that have reached the cove than the other 2 starting pitchers of the ballgame combined. It's the 94th splash hit of the season. We've had 3 of them in the last couple of batters. So here comes the offering from Levera. He checks the running McCarthy. He delivers. It's a fastball that misses down and away, and the count now goes to 2-2 on Alcantara. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Giants do have a lefty up in the bullpen. It is Sam Long getting loose. You might want to get loose a little quicker. Here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball that misses outside. The count is now 3-2 to Alcantara. The shortstop Geraldo Perdomo is waiting his turn on deck. So here comes the 3-2. Levera holds at the belt. He checks McCarthy at second. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball swung on and fouled away. The count still remains at 3-2. 24 pitches now in the inning delivered by Levera. He has had to work a ton. He was really breathing heavy in the early parts here. You take a look at him, and his heart's going a mile a minute. He's huffing and puffing. And here comes the 3-2. He checks McCarthy at second, and now he delivers. It's a fastball swung on, and another one fouled away. It's going to reach the seats down the left field line, and the count remains at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Sergio Alcantara was one of the centerpieces of the deal, traded to the Detroit Tigers in return for J.D. Martinez back at the 2017 trade deadline. There's a fastball swung on. This is pelted foul into the netting down the right field line. The count remains at 3-2. It's amazing how everything comes full circle, as he was claimed off waivers just on July the 5th by the Diamondbacks from the Padres. This is actually his 3rd tour that he has been with the Diamondbacks organization. He was waived in May by the Diamondbacks, picked up by the Padres, and then the Diamondbacks picked him back up after the Padres waived him. So he's been bouncing back and forth. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. It is lined into left field for a base hit. Peterson fields it. He fires it in. Here comes the throw to the plate. McCarthy slides in safely. The ball gets by the catcher, Bart. And Alcantara has got himself a single and an RBI. And he has rewarded the Diamondbacks for picking him back up for sure. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo, and it's going to bring Gabe Kapler out of the dugout, as it looks like he has seen enough. McCarthy really got around third base. He was moving quickly. Nice piece of base running there by McCarthy. Was able to read. He was going all the way home, and he slid in safely for the 4th run of the game. That's going to bring Kapler, and we have seen enough of Levera. He is done for the night. Hang around, everybody. We'll be back in a couple moments. It is now 4-1 for the Diamondbacks here in the top of the 8th inning. We have another left-hander coming in the ball game. We'll get you all his specs when we come back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for being here. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, and thank you, Freddie. Steve coming back at you. That's right, Steve Rademacher. I would like to thank each and every one of you that is tuned into my channel. And today, let's do a little shout out for some other great channels you should be watching. There is WVogs 18. There's Big D's Sports and Collectibles. You all know another Hollis build. Why not Like Father, Like Son? That's a great duo that does some great stuff. It shows some great cards. And of course, the one and only Bud Stoney, creators of One of Ones. The creator of One of Ones, and they're all signed on the back. Bud Stoney, One of One, like this beautiful Robin Yount that he made for me. He made me another Robin Yount, this time mini, and a Christian Yelich mini. Great cards, and he does more than cards. We have darts of Hulk Hogan and many other things. So give them a look-see and give me another look-see. Subscribers are always welcome, and back to Freddie.
Appreciate you, Steve. We'll be back in just a couple moments as we do have a pitching change. Hang tight, everybody. We're glad you're with us. Welcome back, everybody. It is the left-hander Sammy Long coming into the ball game. This is going to be his 20th appearance of the year for the Giants. He is on relief of Rachel Rivera, and so he is going to be taking over here. Sam Long is now in on relief. This is his second season at the big league level, both with San Francisco. Has 32 and 2/3 innings of work. He's allowed 27 hits, 11 runs, 9 earned. And he's going to be turning around the shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo, for the first time tonight, who swings at a fastball and fouls it away. The count is 0-1. So with one gone, there is the runner at first. That's Alcantara. Or check that at second. You officially get that scoring for you as he had hit that single. And he went to second on the throw. There's a fastball that misses. It's down and away. It gets by the catcher, Bart. And getting over into third is going to be the runner, Alcantara. We're going to have to see how they're going to score that. I think that was probably a pass ball. But we'll see what the official scorer has to say. Maybe not. Just the way that the catcher, Bart, received it. He was working off of one knee, and he tried to fry pan it. The ball ended up squirting by him. Might be a wild pitch, but I might charge that one to the catcher. We'll see what the official scorer has to say. Here comes the pitch from Long. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. The count now is 1-2 strikes. So 1-2 strikes to Perdomo. We'll check that. 1-2 strikes. We didn't get the update on that, what advanced the runner along, so we'll keep our eyes on that one. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 2-2. As I said, normally I would have said that was a wild pitch, but just the way that Bart went after it. There's probably some discussions on how that came about. They do say that was a wild pitch. There's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away, and the count remains at 2-2. So 2-2 strikes to Perdomo. The infield is in here. They've got to try to cut the runoff at the plate. And here comes the offering from Long. It is a fastball that misses up and away. And now the count is 3-2 on Perdomo. So Long gets the sign from his catcher. And here comes the offering in the 3-2 pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded to short. It is fielded by Crawford. He goes to first as they check the runner Alcantara back. And Perdomo is gone on a ground out 6-3 for the second out of the inning. It's going to bring up the top of the order, Josh Rojas. For Rojas tonight, he's got himself a single and 3 trips. He's also drawn a walk. So 1 for 3 officially for Rojas. He has raised his season batting average up to .289. The infield is now back. The first pitch is a breaking ball, but there's time called at home plate as both the umpire, Mark Wagner, and the batter, Rojas, exited back. They do have the corners up here, which I'm a little bit surprised at, with 2 away here. And here comes the offering, and there's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Not so much the third baseman, but as much as the first baseman, Lamont Wade Jr. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball that is swung on and missed, and the count is now 0-2. Now they're going to relax a little bit. Obviously, they were thinking that Rojas might be a threat to try to put a bunt down the first base line. So no balls and 2 strikes to Rojas. Long gets the sign from Bart, and he delivers. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away. The count remains at 0-2. So Long here, ready to go back to work. Here comes the 0-2 offering. He rocks into the motion and delivers. There's a fastball that misses down, and the count is 1-2 now to Rojas. The runner at third is Alcantara. There's 2 gone here in the 8th inning. The Diamondbacks are looking to add another one on here to their 4-1 lead. Long rocks into the motion and delivers. It's a breaking ball that's taken for a called third strike. As Rojas watches that one go by for out number 3. And that is going to do it here in the top of the 8th inning for the Diamondbacks. But they get a run to add to their lead. There was 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors and 1 runner left aboard. We're now through 7.5. It is the Diamondbacks for the Giants 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments. With the call of the bottom of the 8th inning. We're glad you guys are with us. Here is our friend, Matt.
Well, you got to have an ace in the hole. A little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play. But you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just 1 roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole. Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. It is scheduled to come to bat in the top of the order for the 8th inning is going to be Lamont Wade Jr., Jock Peterson, and Wilmer Flores. We are anticipating a pitching change. We haven't got the official announcement yet, but we believe it'll be Joe Mantiply coming in to be able to face the top of the order, as it looks like that the day will be done for the right-hander Merrill Kelly. But we're going to have to just wait and see if they are going to make the change. But no, Merrill Kelly is going to be left in here. That was an interesting decision. We weren't sure if Mantiply, who was heating up, was going to be coming in, but here comes the first offering from Kelly. The first pitch is a fastball that misses upstairs. The count is 1-0. It is pitch number 98 on the night for Merrill Kelly. So Torey Lovello staying with him here in the bottom of the 8th, and there's a fastball that misses upstairs. The count is now 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes to Wade Jr. For Lamont Wade Jr., he is 1 for 3 tonight. He has singled. He's flown out to right and grounded out to first. There's a fastball that misses outside, and the count is now 3-0. So a bit of an eyebrow raiser for me, as that is the change. Interesting to see how Kelly may feel when he has a new catcher, as Jose Herrera is now the backstop for the Diamondbacks. And there's the 3-0 pitch. It's a fastball that misses outside. And Lamont Wade Jr. has drawn himself a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the 8th inning. That is going to bring up the left fielder, Jock Peterson, and it's going to bring the manager, Lovello, out of the dugout, maybe 1 batter too late, as he is calling for the left-hander Mantiply. So hang tight, everybody. We'll be back. We're getting the pitching change we thought we would have got to start the inning. But that is the night over for Merrill Kelly, as he is done here in the 8th inning. So pitching change coming up. We'll be back here in just a couple moments after this from our friend Dave.
Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the game and Last Raps Baseball. This is Dave's Zero Thought Sports Card. If you like pack openings, baseball, all that good stuff, check us out. Drop a comment on our channel this month to win a mystery pack of cards. All you gotta do is say Last Rap sent you to be entered. And we'll drop a video later on this month announcing the winner. Enjoy the game.
Appreciate you there, Dave. We have a pitching change. We'll be back in just a moment. We appreciate you guys for being here. Hang tight. We'll be back after this. Welcome back, everybody. We have a pitching change as Joe Manaply is coming into the ball game. The left-hander is taking over here in the bottom of the eighth with a runner on first. The 31-year-old is having himself a best year of his career. He is going to be on in his 36th appearance. He's worked 34 and a third innings. He's allowed 29 hits, 7 runs, 7 which have been earned. He's walked 1 and struck out 34. He's got a couple of saves on the season, so Manaply is coming in. He's going to be facing a pinch hitter in Darren Ruff. As Ruff is going to be up here to face the lefty, and the first pitch is up and away for ball one, and the count is 1-0. Ruff is batting .222 on the season. He's got 7 homers and 30 RBIs. He is hitting for Jock Peterson here. And here comes the 1-0 offering from Manaply. He checks the runner at first, and now he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on and missed. And the count goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. We only have to go back to last Wednesday when Manaply served up a home run to Darren Ruff. The home of the Arizona Diamondbacks in Arizona. So he has got the number of the lefty here, and here comes a snap throw over to first base, and diving back in time as the base runner, Lamont Wade Jr. So 3 fielders to the left side of the infield in Rojas, Perdomo, and Alcantara. And here comes the offering from the lefty. It is a breaking ball swung on. It is tapped slowly over to third. Charging hard is Rojas. His only play is to first. It's not in time. And Darren Ruff has himself an infield single. Tip your hat to the big fella. He got down the line in a hurry. That's going to advance Lamont Wade Jr. to second base. It's going to bring up the second baseman, Wilmer Flores, and the Giants have something brewing here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. So 2 runners aboard. As we look at the replay, Ruff got there easily by a half a step. He was running hard all the way down the line. It wasn't even close. So that brings up Wilmer Flores to the plate with 2 on and nobody out. Flores today is 1 for 3. He doubled back in the 4th inning and scored a run. The only run of the game for the Giants so far. He's also popped to the catcher and flew up to left field. And there is a fastball that misses up and away, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. So Manaply checks the runner at second, and now he kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on and missed, and the count is now 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. They've got the defense shaded to the left on Flores. The second baseman is over top of the bag at second base. There were some defensive substitutions for the Diamondbacks in that last half inning as the catcher Herrera has come in for hitting in the spot of Kennedy. It is Alcantara who is the second baseman right now. There's a fastball that misses off the outside corner, and the count goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. So here comes the 2-1 offering to Flores. Manaply comes set. He checks the runner at second. Now he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball that is swung on, and it's lifted foul. It's going to reach the seats behind home plate, and the count is now 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Flores has 10 home runs in the 8th inning or later. It's the most since 2020. Certainly the most on the Giants. He knows how to play the dramatics. Here comes the offering from Manaply, and it's a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded. It hits the bag and at third base, and it goes over the head of Rojas. And that is going to score a run from second base. And it's going to advance Darren Ruff all the way over to third as Flores is going to get himself a double and himself an RBI as well as Wade scores. Ruff goes all the way around to third. That's going to cut into the Diamondback lead. It is now 4-2. And they are still threatening as they got runners on second and third and nobody out. That's going to bring up the designated hitter, Brandon Belt. But we're going to have a pinch hitter for Belt as we're going to see Austin Slater coming into bat. So Rojas had a beat on it. It hit the bag. It went right up over top of Rojas and into left field. It's a crazy play, that's for sure. So Austin Slater is going to be pinch hitting here. The pitching coach, Brent Strom, is up to the mound as he is coming out to have a word with his left-hander. So Brandon Belt, your reward for being 3 for 3 tonight is the rest of the night off as Slater is coming in to pinch hit. Flores has been a part of all the scoring so far tonight. He's got a run scored, and he's just driven in that one. So the Giants are threatening to add more here, down 4-2 in the 8th inning. Now it is finally getting a little bit exciting in San Francisco. So Slater on the season is hitting .277. He's got 5 homers and 20 RBIs. And he asks for time as Mantiply was all ready to deliver, but he hadn't got himself set yet. So Mantiply checks the runner at third and the runner at second, and now he's ready to deliver. The first pitch is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. The count is 0-1. As a pinch hitter, Slater has a career batting average of over 300. So he waggles the bat, waiting on the offering from the lefty Mantiply, who checks the runners, and he delivers. There's a fastball that misses off the outside corner, and the count goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to the pinch hitter, Austin Slater. The Giants are threatening, looking to add runs to their tally as they're down 4-2 here to the Diamondbacks in the bottom of the 8th inning. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on and missed. Now the count goes to 1-2. The runner at third is Darren Ruff. The runner at second is Flores. The count is 1-2 here to Slater. Mantiply gets the sign from his catcher. He checks the runner at third, looks the runner back at second. And now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on, and this is lashed foul down the third base line. It's going to keep the count to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. The ball dude is out there having to go out and pick it up. Not a lot of action for the ball dude on the left field line tonight. When the ball dudes have to go out and get it, they really adds a delay to the game. It's not like they got a whole lot of spring in their step. Here comes the 1-2 offering. There's a breaking ball that misses outside to Slater, and the count is now 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Luis Gonzalez is waiting his turn on deck. He is a left-handed stick. We're just going to check the substitutions, what the Giants have remaining on their bench. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on and fouled away. The count remains at 2-2. They have Estrada, Yermin Mercedes, and the catcher wins. So they still have 3 options on the bench, and all 3 are right-handed sticks. Yermin Mercedes has got a bat, and he is in the dugout looking like he is ready to come to bat here. And here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded over to short. And it's going to get a run in as they check the runner back to second base. It's going to be a ground out 6-3 for Slater. He's going to get himself an RBI. The runner, Ruff, is going to come home from third. Flores is going to stay at second. It's going to cut the lead to 4-3. And now it is going to bring up the right fielder, Luis Gonzalez. So Gonzalez steps up to the plate. He is 0 for 3 tonight. He has flown out to center. He's bounced into a fielder's choice, and he is grounded to short. And here's the first pitch. He squares to bunt, and it's a breaking ball that comes up and in to Gonzalez, and the count is 1 ball and no strikes. And Gonzalez was not really setting early. It was one of those grounded foul over on the third base side. The count is now 1-1. So 4-3 is the scoreline as the Giants have battled back with 2 here in the bottom of the 8th. Looked like it was going to be an easy ball game. I still question why they didn't start Mantiply in the top of the inning facing the left-hander Lamont Wade Jr. They brought Merrill Kelly back out for the 8th, and he walked him on 4 straight pitches. There's a fastball that misses up and in. The count is 2-1. Again, squaring to bunt was Gonzalez, but he pulled back. So 2 balls and 1 strike. The runner at second base is Flores. He establishes his lead. Mantiply checks him back, and here comes the pitch. It is bunted. It's bunted foul down the third base line. It's going to run the count now to 2-2 on Gonzalez. Kind of wondering what the thought process is here, why they're thinking about bunting. Got the runner at second. You've got 1 away. He's already in scoring position. Unless Gonzalez feels that he can get into a track meet and beat out the throw by Rojas. So here comes the 2-2 pitch. And it is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is now 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Mantiply now leans in. He gets the sign from his catcher. He holds set at the chest. Now he kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and Gonzalez is aboard with a walk. And the Diamondbacks are self-destructing here in the 8th inning, as Mantiply has walked Luis Gonzalez, and Torey Lovello has seen enough. He's raising his right hand, and they are going back to the bullpen again, as we are going to have another pitching change in San Francisco. Stick around, everybody. We got 1 out, runners at first and second. The score is now 4-3. It is finally become an entertaining ball game now. We'll be right back in a minute after this from Steve.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP Cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have lira. We have yen. We have francs. We have pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OP-Chi baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Appreciate you there, Steve. We are in the bottom of the 8th inning. It is 2 runs on the board here in the 8th for the Giants. They've cut into the Diamondback lead. It is now 4-3. They are threatening as they've got runners on first and second and 1 away, and we do have a pitching change as Joe Mantiply's night is done. As he came in and had a struggle, he only retired 1 of the 4 batters he faced. So stick around, everybody. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the pitching change after this. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be a right-hander, no Ramirez coming in. It's going to be his 40th appearance of the year. He's 2-2, and he's got a 4.95 ERA. Giants fans are into it now, as it is going to be David Villar scheduled to hit here against the right-hander Ramirez. So the runners at first and second, there is one away. The Giants have 2 runs on the board here in the inning. They're looking to add more to get back into this ball game. And so here comes the first offering to Villar. As Ramirez kicks and fires, it's a breaking ball that misses off the outside corner. The count is 1-0. Villar tonight is officially 0 for 2. He has struck out, he's flown to center, and he has walked. So that is where we stand here at a 4-3 ball game. Bottom of the 8th inning, and here comes the offering from Ramirez. He kicks and fires. It's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away, and the count is 1-1. The Giants have not had the opportunities that the Diamondbacks had. The Diamondbacks stranded 5 runners in the first 3 innings, and they've left 3 more on here in the last couple of them, and they have left 8 on board tonight. A couple of more clutch hits, and this game could have been blown apart earlier on for the Diamondbacks. So here comes the 1-1 offering now to Villar. Right-hander Ramirez holds at the chest, and he checks the runner at second. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball missing upstairs. The count is now 2-1 to Villar. Villar's average has dipped down to 231 on the season. As he waits the offering now from the right-hander Ramirez. Brandon Crawford is on deck. He's going to get a chance possibly here. Here comes the offering to Villar. It is a fastball ticket for a called strike. The count now runs even to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander Ramirez in a pressure situation here. As we said, a little bit of a suspect decision to leave the starter Merrill Kelly in to begin the inning. He walked Lamont Wade Jr. in on 4 straight pitches. There's a fastball swung on it. His pop foul over on the third base side. It's going to drift into the dugout of the Diamondbacks. It's going to keep the count at 2-2. So Torey Lovello chose to leave his right-hander in. Kelly came out, walked the leadoff hitter Wade Jr. on 4 pitches. Then they decided to go to the bullpen. Of course, then it was a single by Ruff, a double by Flores, a ground out by Slater, and now a walk to Gonzalez, and that's where we have the 2 runs and with runners at first and second. Villar at the plate. Here comes the pitch. It's a breaking ball that just misses down. Runs the count to 3-2 on Villar. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. And as we take a look at that pitch, that might have been a little bit of home cooking. The home plate umpire tonight, Mark Wegner, has been pretty good and pretty consistent. He's called a tight zone. But that pitch looked a little bit too good. But the San Francisco home fans are not going to dispute that one. So here comes the 3-2 offering. Ramirez now has taken too much time as the batter Villar has asked for time. So now Villar gets back into the batter's box, ready to face the 3-2 offering from Ramirez. Ramirez checks the runner Flores at second. He kicks and he delivers. It's a fastball that misses off the outside corner. And Villar is aboard with a base on balls. That is the second consecutive walk in the inning. That is going to load the bases, and that's going to bring Brandon Crawford to the plate. And it's also going to bring Brent Strom back out of the dugout, as he's going to want to come out and have a talk with his pitcher Ramirez. The whole defense is in there. So the bases are full of Giants here in the bottom of the 8th inning. We've got an absolute storm on our hands. After a well-pitched ball game by the right-hander Merrill Kelly, the Diamondbacks have dug themselves a hole. The runner at third is Flores. The runner at second is Gonzalez. Villar is the runner at first, and Brandon Crawford steps to the plate. He is 0 for 3 tonight. He is popped to the shortstop. He's grounded to second and struck out. getting an opportunity to possibly be able to do this. He's got 5 career grand slams and 123 bases loaded at bats. So the veteran shortstop steps up to the plate. And he's ready to face Noah Ramirez for the first time tonight. So Ramirez ready to go to work. He comes sent at the belt. And now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses inside, and it's ball 1 to Crawford. There's nowhere to put him. As we're here in the bottom of the 8th, the San Francisco fans are all on their feet. There's not a full house in San Francisco, but they are up and cheering. And here comes the 1-0 offering to Crawford. It's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is now 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. It really doesn't matter here for Ramirez. He's got this batter and he's got Yastrzemski to face. He's got to face the 3-batter minimum here in the inning. So Ramirez gets the sign from his catcher, Herrera. And now he comes set. And he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on. It is grounded over to the first baseman, Walker. Over to second for 1. Back to first. And it's in time. A 3-6-1 double play. And that is going to end the inning here. As the Giants have got 2 runs. They are on the phone. They're going to take a look. They may want to have a look at this one before we go. If it's close enough, they may want to have a peek at this. And it may be in time. As Brandon Crawford looks like he is going to beat that one out. They are going to go to the replay. It is going to be too close to tell. I'm not sure what they're going to decide here. But they have challenged the call. And they're going to go to New York and have a look at this one on the replay. So at first thought in real time, as far as I'm concerned, I thought that the call was the correct one. Now that we're seeing the replays, boy, it could probably go either way. And when it goes either way like this, kind of makes you wonder if it is going to be the Diamondbacks will get the benefit of the doubt. I wonder if the throw from Walker to Perdomo would have been a little bit better. If it wasn't so low, they might have been able to get the batter runner Crawford going to first base. Well, we're going to have to wait and see what the decision is. I've already written down the double play in my books. But the replay review is going to be what's going to make that final call. They are showing it. It's a great graphic. They take a look at it and they're able to pan with the umpire and the replay in the background. I do like the fact that Major League Baseball puts the replays in there now. Our friends Twitch Hudskill says, of course Crawford hits into a double play. He's the only player that's been doing it. We thank you for being in here, Twitch. Thanks for stopping in. Vivid Life is in here too. He says he needs it even if it's not for much longer. And here comes the call on the review. And the review is going to be upheld. It is an out. And Crawford is retired at first base. It is a double play. So 3-6-1 in the books. That is how they are going to retire the Giants in their half of the inning. The Giants get a couple of runs back. They had 2 runs in the inning on 2 hits. There were no errors, and there was 1 runner left aboard. We're now through 8 complete. It is the San Francisco Giants trailing the Arizona Diamondbacks 4-3. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments for the call at the top of the 9th inning. We're glad you guys could pop in here with us tonight and be able to listen to this one out. Here's our friend, Matt Hollis.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's another Hollis build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
That's right, everybody. Be sure after the game to go check out Matt Hollis and another Hollis build. We'll be back here in just a moment. The call at the top of the ninth inning. We're glad you guys could be here with us. Back, everybody. We have another pitching change coming in here. It is going to be Dominic Leone coming in for the Giants. He'll be replacing Sam Long, who did his job in the eighth inning. He is 3-1 on the season. He's working in his 33rd appearance. He's got 29 2/3 innings under his belt. He's allowed 33 hits, 13 runs, 12 earned. He has walked 11 and struck out 33. So the right-hander is on in relief. He's going to face the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the batting order. It is going to be Alec Thomas, Ketel Marte, and Christian Walker. Wholesale changes all over the field. A brand new outfield pretty much as Gonzalez has moved from right to left. Austin Slater is in center. Lamont Wade Jr. is in right. And Darren Ruff has taken over at first base. And so here we are in the top of the ninth inning in the first offering coming up to Alex Thomas. Is on the way, and the first pitch is a breaking ball swung on his belted to right field. It's going to get down. It's going to get all the way to the wall. Rounding first and heading to second is Thomas, and he's going to cruise in there with a leadoff double to start the inning, and that is going to bring up the designated hitter, Ketel Marte. It's the third hit of the ball game for Thomas. He has a couple of singles there. He's also grounded into the double play and struck out, so he is aboard with a leadoff double. That brings up Marte to the plate. For Marte on the evening, he is officially 1 for 3. He has doubled, bounced into a fielder's choice, grounded into a double play. And he has also walked. So he's been on base 3 out of the 4 trips that he's had to the plate. So Marte waggles the bat, and he's ready to get the offering from Leone. And the first pitch is a fastball that misses upstairs for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. Our friend Vivid Life says, flood in the hotel, OD in the hotel, tornado with no shelter, and lastly, high school students fighting elderlies in the hallway. And personally, he thinks the old folks won it. Sounds like a grand old time as he works in the hotel industry. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed. And the count is 1-1. Sorry to hear about that. We find that to be really unfortunate, Vivid Life. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Leone checks the runner at second. He's ready to make the offering here to Marte. And he kicks and delivers. And Marte squares the bunt. And he fouls it off. It was one of those late breaks. It looked like he wanted to drag it down the first base line. And that count, there was 1-2. Now, Gabe Kapler is coming out of the dugout. He wants to have a word with Mark Wegner. We're going to take a look at this one. Did he bunt it? And was he hit out of the box? I think that's what Kapler is arguing. He did bunt the ball down, but he wants to know if the ball came up and hit him. I don't know if that's reviewable. But they are going to go over and talk to the crew chief. So we're going to take a look at this one. The ball was bunted down. The question is was Marte out of the box when it came up and hit him? And I'm going to say, based on what we've seen, the answer to that is no. And it is 1 ball and 2 strikes as we're ready to get underway again here. So all kinds of drama here in San Francisco. Our friend at Twitch says we're a pretty good announcer. Have you thought about going on TV? TV is one thing and radio is another, and we're having fun just doing this. There's a breaking ball swung on, and it's grounded foul in front of the Diamondback dugout, and the count remains at 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. We appreciate you jumping in here tonight. Hopefully you can join us for some more of our action coming up in the next little bit. We do appreciate you being around. So here comes the 1-2 offering as Leon holds at the chest. And now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It is popped up. It is on the right side of the infield. Camping out underneath it is Brandon Crawford. He's going to make the catch. And that is going to retire Marte for the first out of the inning. So Marte unable to get the job done. And that is going to bring up the first baseman, Christian Walker. For Walker, he is 1 for 3 tonight. He's got a single for 3 trips. He's also drawn a walk. He's raised his season average up to 209. He was scored one of the runs back in the 3rd inning. So here comes the first offering from the right-hander Leon. He kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that's taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Walker batting from the right side against the right-handed throwing Leon. He digs in here, and he's waiting on the 0-1 pitch. Leon checks the runner, and now he kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball that just misses down, and the count is now 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Christian Walker. The Diamondbacks trying to get themselves that run back. One of the runs back that they gave up in the bottom of the 8th inning. Again, Leon holds at the chest. And he kicks and he delivers. It's a fastball that misses up and away, and the count is now 2 balls and 1 strike. Leon waiting on the sign from the catcher, Bart. They've gone to the electronic mode here. And here he checks the runner at second base. And now he kicks and fires. It's a breaking ball swung on. It's lifted into right field. Camping out underneath it is Wade Jr. He makes the catch. Tagging at second and heading to third is Thomas. He's going to slide in safely, as that is going to retire Walker for the second out of the inning. And that at bat now by Marte only looms a little larger. Marte not able to move the runner along. If they would have been able to move that runner along to third base, Marte would have had that sacrifice. Would have been a sacrifice fly by Walker. It'd be a 2-run ball game. But now David Peralta comes to the plate, and they're going to intentionally walk Peralta so that they can face the catcher Herrera. And out of the dugout is Homer Bailey as he's on his way to talk to his pitcher Leon. So an intentional walk to David Peralta. That's going to put runners at first and third. Bailey is out to talk to his battery. So it kind of makes me wonder. One thing I want to look up in the rules. I mean, obviously, Leon started the inning, but if you have to face 3 batters in an inning, and you face the first 2 batters, and then you intentionally walk the third, I wonder if you can take the pitcher out at that point. Something we'll have to do our homework on. There's a lot of empty seats now in San Francisco. The game started with a pretty healthy crowd. Everybody started to bail a little bit early, but a lot of empty seats now, and they're missing themselves a pretty good ball game here in the top of the 9th inning. There's a first pitch breaking ball that misses down. A good stop by the catcher, Bart. Keep that ball in front of him. So 1 ball and no strikes. If there was anything right there, that's where Bart earned his money tonight, being able to keep that ball in front. And here comes the 1-0 offering. And here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count now goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Dominic Leone, who's in the ball, this is his second season with the Giants. 30-year-old has been around the big league quite a bit. His best years were back in Seattle. Won 8 games back in 2014. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is now 2-1. The 30-year-old can still heat it up as that last pitch was at 96 miles an hour. Leone has got a touring tag on his bag. He even spent time with the Diamondback organization for a couple of years in 15 and 16. And here comes the pitch. It is a breaking ball. Swung on. It is grounded into the 4-hole. It is fielded by the second baseman, Wilmer Flores, who is in that rover position. He throws to first, and that is going to retire. The batter Herrera on a ground out 4-3 for the 3rd out of the inning. So for the Diamondbacks in their half of the 9th, there was no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left aboard. That is 10 tonight left on base by the Diamondbacks. We are now moving to the bottom of the 9th inning. It is 4-3. Stick around, everybody. We're going to be here to close this one out for you. We appreciate you all being here, whether you listen live or on delay. We'll be back in just a few. Here's our friend, Steve Rademacher.
Hello, kids. Steve coming at you. It's Steve Rademacher. And if you like interesting stuff, if you like to laugh a little bit, and if you enjoy collecting, this channel's for you. If you like non-sport cards, we have them. You like pseudo-sport cards, we open them. Even if you like entire boxes of completely pointless stuff or other sports, we have everything here. I drop a different video every day, and there's always a theme to it, from No Filter Friday to Saturday morning cartoons, even Sunday shoutouts. Once in a while, we'll get a little froggy and show Money Money Monday, where I showcase a bunch of my currency. We have Legos, we have Star Wars, we have a good time. We even have my brother on Takeover Tuesday. Be there or be square. Back to Freddy.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and your support of the channel. It's going to be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters coming up to bat for the Giants, and we'll be back here in about 30 seconds with the call. It is a 4-3 ball game as we move to the bottom of the 9th inning. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back as Mark Melanson is going to try to close this one out. Welcome back, everybody. It is scheduled to be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters in the batting order to face Mark Melanson, who is coming on in relief. Melanson is going to be working his 34th game of the season. He was an all-star in 2021 with the Padres, but he had struggled to get things going out of the gate for the D-backs. He is 3-7 on the season. He has got himself 11 saves. He's got an ERA of 5.22. He's worked 29 1/3 innings. He's allowed 36 hits, 23 runs, 17 are earned. He has walked 8 and struck out 19, and he is going to be entrusted to face Mike Yastrzemski here, who is 0 for 3 tonight. It looks like that they'll have a pinch hitter for Joey Bart, as Yermin Mercedes has moved into the on-deck circle. So Yastrzemski here to face Melanson in the bottom of the 9th inning. So Melanson gets the sign from his catcher, Herrera, and he rocks into the motion. He kicks and he delivers. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Yastrzemski. Melanson working from the windup. Almost looks like he's bold-legged on the mound. He Rocks into the delivery, kicks and he fires. It is a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is now 1-1. They have defensively, they've got the shift on as they've got three fielders to the right side of the infield. Rojas is well off the bag at third base. So here comes the 1-1 offering to Yastrzemski. Melanson rocks into the motion. He kicks and he delivers. It is a breaking ball, swung on and missed. And the count is now 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Melanson ready to go back to work as Yastrzemski waggles the bat. Trying to get himself into some rhythm here. Melanson gets the sign from his catcher, Herrera. Now he kicks and he fires. It is a fastball swung on. It is line foul down the third base line. It's going to keep the count at 1-2 to Yastrzemski. And that time, the ball dude on the left field line was able to make the play. And he's going to hand it to a young lady who has come down into the front row. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the offering from Melanson. It's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is going to be lined into left field for a base hit. And the Giants have their leadoff hitter aboard, and that is going to bring up, or scheduled to bring up, Joey Bart. But I think we're going to see the Yerminator, Yermin Mercedes, as he had moved into the on-deck circle. It was a good piece of hitting by Yastrzemski to keep his hands inside the ball, be able to fight it off and go the other way. That is exactly what we have. We've got Yermin Mercedes stepping up. He's hitting .227 on the season. He's got no homers and no RBIs. So Mercedes is coming in here to hit for Joey Bart. So Melanson gets his sign from the catcher, Herrera. And now he comes set. And he fires over to first base, and diving back in time is the base runner, Yastrzemski. So the Yerminator at the plate. He announced himself with a great run in Chicago with the White Sox last season, but he got into a bit of a funk, and then he butted heads with Tony La Russa, and he found himself packing, and now he's in the San Francisco uniform. So here's the 0-1 pitch. It's a fastball that is taken for a called strike. And the count is 0-1 to Mercedes. Mercedes has 1 career walk-off hit, and that was against the Detroit Tigers last year in June. It was an RBI single. So Melanson gets the sign from Herrera, and now he comes set at the belt. He kicks and he delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is now 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Yermin Mercedes. It's not been an easy season this year for Melanson, as we said. He has really struggled. He's got himself 11 saves after leading the league last 39. It was 5 years in between All-Star appearances for Melanson last year, when he was last an All-Star with the Pittsburgh Pirates back in 2015. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away. And the count now goes to 1-2 on Mercedes. So some peculiar moves and some timely hitting and lack of timely hitting by the Diamondbacks have put them in this situation. D-backs had left 10 runners on base tonight. 5 in the first 3 innings and 5 in the last 3 innings, and nothing in the middle 3. So Mercedes gets himself dug back in, waiting on the offering from the right-hander Melanson. Melanson leans in. He gets the sign from his catcher. And now he comes set at the belt. And he kicks and fires. It is a breaking ball swung on. It's lifted foul down the first base line, and that's going to keep the count now at 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Melanson is sure not making things easy on himself here. As the leadoff hitter, Yastrzemski, is at first base with nobody out. The Diamondbacks are clinging to a 4-3 lead, and now Melanson steps off the backside. He reaches for the rosin bag, and he's ready to go again. He's really fidgety on the mound. I haven't seen much of Mark Melanson over the years, but I can't believe how fidgety he is. He's got the ball in his hand. He's spinning it, and spinning it. Now he comes set at the belt. And now he kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded softly to second. They throw it over to second for 1, but a great job by Yastrzemski, who was able to break up the double play on Alcantara. He came in with a hard slide at second. Sorry, it was Perdomo who was the one at second base. Alcantara did a backhand feed. They were able to get him looking for a late slide, but that was a pretty good slide by Yastrzemski. There was nothing with that. Perdomo tried to sell it. Sometimes you got to be worried about a late slide, but Yastrzemski slid. He was right into the base. The umpire was right there. Perdomo goes down, wasn't able to do a throw. They are going to come out and have a word as manager Torey Lavello is out to talk to the home plate umpire, Mark Wegner. So what they're asking for is potential of interference. We've seen the replay. It looks like a clean slide to us. But the announcement is coming from the home plate umpire. They're going to go up and review this one as play is under review. I think this is going to be a pretty easy sell here as Perdomo just couldn't make the play. He got to the base. Yastrzemski slid. He slid right to the bag. It wasn't like it was a late slide or anything. Barely made any contact with him. I don't think Perdomo would have been able to play in 1975. I think he got his feet tangled up when he actually touched the base. But we'll wait to make the official scoring where we're going to say fielder's choice. 4-6 on that one to retire Yastrzemski. As we're waiting on the decision, the umpires have made the call here. And here we go. The call has been confirmed, so it's going to be a fielder's choice. It's going to erase Yastrzemski at second, 4-6. He's gone for the first out of the inning. Mercedes is the runner at first, which I think if you're the Diamondbacks, you'll trade for that all day long. That is going to bring up the top of the order in Lamont Wade Jr. For Lamont Wade Jr., he is on the evening, he is 1 for 3. He's also walked and scored a run. Melanson ready to go to work. So he leans in. He gets the sign from his catcher. And he kicks and he delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses down and in, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. So Lamont Wade Jr. has 1 career walk-off hit and happened to be against the Diamondbacks in September of 2021. So Melanson rolling that ball around in his hands again. Here comes set at the belt. And he delivers. It is a breaking ball that misses down and in, and the count is now 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. This game had a lot of tempo and pace through the first 4 innings, and then it has absolutely hit a grinding halt. That is a 4-3 lead here for the Diamondbacks in the bottom of the 9th inning. And now coming set at the belt is Melanson. He delivers a fastball taken right down the middle for a called strike. And the count goes to 2-1 on Lamont Wade Jr. Darren Ruff is on deck. as he had come in to replace Jock Peterson earlier in the 8th inning. So here comes the 2-1 offering to Wade. Melanson again leans in. He comes set at the belt, and he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on and fouled away. And the count now goes to 2-2 on Lamont Wade Jr. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. The runner at first is Mercedes. There's 1 gone here in the bottom of the 9th inning. It is a 2-2 count on Lamont Wade Jr. He waggles the bat, and he's waiting on the offering from Mark Melanson. And here comes Melanson. He gets onto the rubber. He checks the sign from his catcher, Herrera. And now he comes set at the belt. And again, he throws over to first base, and getting back in time is the runner. The runner is actually, they've got a pinch runner in now. It is Estrada who has come in to run for Mercedes, and probably rightfully so, as Yerman Mercedes does not particularly run very well. It's not one of his strengths. So here comes the 2-2 pitch. Lamont Wade Jr. is dug in. Here's the offering. It is a breaking ball swung on. It is line foul down the first base side. The ball dude is going to come out and have to make the play. It's going to keep the count at 2-2 to Lamont Wade Jr. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. San Francisco outfielder digs himself in, and now he's waiting on the offering from the right-hander Melanson. There's one thing, if I'm critical about Melanson, is he takes forever to pitch in between pitches. He's putting his defense to sleep. He's putting us to sleep. And here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on, popped up over on the third base side. It's in foul territory, but it's playable. Rojas is going to make the catch, and that is going to retire Wade Jr. for the 2nd out of the inning. That is going to leave it all up to Darren Ruff. For Darren Ruff tonight, he is 1 for 1. He came in as a pinch hitter in the 8th inning. He singled and scored a run. He's hitting .225 on the season. So the Giants are down to their final out. Melanson has retired 2 of the 3 hitters he has faced. The runner at first base is Estrada. He is in to run for Mercedes. Ruff is waggling the bat. Melanson on the rubber gets the sign from his catcher, Herrera. And now he comes set. And here comes the offering to Ruff. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball at 92 miles an hour, taken for a called strike. And the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Darren Ruff. Ruff digs himself back in. Melanson adjusts himself, gets on the rubber. And our friend Troy says, how's it going? Well, for the Diamondback fans in the house, it's going pretty good. It is a 4-3 ball game here in the bottom of the 9th. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball that misses inside, and the count goes to 1-1 on Ruff. It is a 4-3 ball game for the Diamondbacks. They've got 2 Giants out here in the bottom of the 9th inning. It is 1-1 count on Ruff. The runner at first is Estrada. And Ruff waggles the bat. And now he's waiting on the offering from Melanson, who holds at the belt. And he kicks and fires it as a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted down the right field line, but it's going to go foul into the seats, and it's going to play pinball off of the wall and the seats down the right field line. Now the Giants are down to their final strike. It is 1 ball and 2 strikes to Ruff. They have the infield is shifted slightly to the left. Nothing crazy like we've been seeing. The outfield is in double play depth and no doubles depth as they are deep. And so 1 ball and 2 strikes it is to Ruff. And Melanson gets his sign. He now comes set. And here he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball, swung on and missed. And the ball game is over as the Giants come up a little bit short here as they fall 4-3 to the Diamondbacks here in the bottom of the ninth inning. So no runs, one hit, no errors, and one runner left on base. Your final score is the Arizona Diamondbacks 4, the San Francisco Giants 3. Stick around, everybody. I'll recap this for you here in just a couple moments. We're glad you guys could have made it here on live or on delay. Hang tight. We'll be right back after this from our friend Dave.
Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the game and Last Raps Baseball. This is Dave's Zero Thought Sports Card. If you like pack openings, baseball, all that good stuff, check us out. Drop a comment on our channel this month to win a mystery pack of cards. All you gotta do is say Last Rap sent you to be entered. And we'll drop a video later on this month announcing the winner. Enjoy the game.
Appreciate you there, Dave, and your support of our channel. Be sure to check out the Zero Fox Sports and the Game Changer Lounge after we recap here. The final score tonight is the Arizona Diamondbacks beating the San Francisco Giants 4-3. We did all the out-of-town scores during the last couple innings, so we're going to give you guys the final report on this one. The Diamondbacks opened the scoring in the third inning as there was with one out, Ketel Marte bounced into a fielder's choice to make it 2 out. Then Christian Walker singled. And then David Peralta singled, bringing home Ketel Marte. And then they went to, basically, there was an error on the play, and Peralta ended up going to second with Walker going to third. And then it was a base on balls to Buddy Kennedy, and then it was a single and knocking in 2 runs by Dalton Varsho that gave the Diamondbacks a 3-0 lead. In the bottom of the fourth inning, San Francisco responded. A 1-out double by Wilmer Flores. It was advanced to third on a single by Austin Slater. And then it was Luis Gonzalez who ended up bouncing into a fielder's choice. And that was able to score the run. So the score was 3-1 at that point. The Diamondbacks in the top of the eighth inning, leadoff walk to Jake McCarthy. And then he stole second base. There was a pop-out by Varsho. And then Sergio Alcantara had an RBI single to bring home McCarthy, and that made the score 4-1. Well, in the bottom of the eighth inning, the San Francisco Giants got a couple of runs back. It was a leadoff walk to Lamont Wade Jr. It was a single by Darren Ruff, a double by Flores, bringing home Lamont Wade Jr., a RBI groundout by Austin Slater that brought in another run. And that was where the scoring ended for the Giants. Again, your final score, 4-3 for the Arizona Diamondbacks over the San Francisco Giants. Once again, everybody, we appreciate you all for stopping in, whether it was Troy or everybody else. We thank you guys for being here, and we are appreciative that you came in and checked this out. Thanks again. It's been another Last Raps Baseball video production. We'll be back on the air again tomorrow. It'll be the Angels and the Astros. Come on by and see us then. We'll give you all the calls. Have a great night, everybody.